makes sense. What you got a question about this?
I agree with you 100%.
You agree with it? The white man, the devil?
Yep.
Okay, is this your grandmother?
Yep, she is.
Gucci sandals on the way, I'm slime up. I won't join no gang cause I speak truth and I ain't slime enough. I can't kill my brothers, we the same, it's just not adding up. Esau, he a killer's genocide, he keeps attracting us. Most I say be fruitful, multiply, so we be adding up. Compare his seed to the sand of the sea, we deep, so you can't add us up. My people, they got hate inside they heart, they wanna paint us up. Grew up in the red zone, blood tears, I see red flags on us. This world be killing me with lies the way they capping on me. Like these publicans, they coons and seeing the way they taxing on me. Prove what you say, the evidence, show me the facts, lil' homie. Don't hold your tongue, just bring it out. What's on your mind, lil' brody? Riding on 4 Giottos, bougie, how we sip Moscato. Feast days of the Lord, champagne be rainy poncho. Salvation of the Lord's people, come on, we need that pronto. Wisdom, yes, it bring riches like we just won the lotto. Keep these commandments in the faith, my brother, that's the motto. Most High humble you quick, boy, if you think you macho. Israel, we poor, but we rich in spirit.
I was in Conyers, let me see, on July 30th, and it was 8:42 p.m. I had just got locked out of my college with my birthday.
Switching it up.
And so 8:42 is p.m. It's nighttime. But this is what I saw in the sky. Yeah. So I was in Conyers. This is
Georgia.
That's the Georgia. Yep, Georgia. Sun setting on this side.
Of course, he wouldn't get African American because that's what it is.
At the end of July. Anywho, the time is not. But it was good to see y'all.
Get doing research. Hey, brother, don't eat that pork no more, man. All right, brother.
Y'all be safe.
Come here, son.
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 Read the book of Acts, chapter 9 and verse 22. Read the book of Acts, chapter 28 in the last verse. So we are the Hebrew Israelites, man. Coming out here to teach the gospel of God. Read the Acts 9. So like, read the Acts 28 in the last verse.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 28 and verse number 31. Preaching the kingdom of God and teaching those things which concern Hamashiach Yahushua with all confidence.
With all what?
With all confidence.
What are we supposed to do?
With all confidence.
So we're supposed to preach the gospel with all confidence, man. Right. We're supposed to be confident in what we believe in, man.
That's right.
Amma Ratazah, man. Confidence. Leave it on.
No man forbidding him.
Acts chapter 9 verse 22. But Saul increased the more in strength.
Hey, brother, y'all question about the son? What's your religious background? What's y'all believe? I'm gonna talk to you, bro. Hey, you was the hooper. Yeah, I'm the hooper. I'm the bucket. I'm the bucket. Mr. Bucket.
You can hoop for real.
We gotta see.
I gotta check that out.
We gotta see, bro.
Where y'all be hooping at?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I go to the Raw Rec Center. You gotta get memberships a lot of places now to hoop. I don't go to LA no more.
Let me do that in a second. I got a question, bro. So we talking about hooping right now, right? Who the best at hooping? What race of people is the best at basketball?
Come on, man.
I mean, come on, man. I need to know.
No, that's a no-brainer.
A white guy might say Jokic and Luka and Larry Bird
That's
and
not
Kevin
a conversation
McHale.
worth having.
See that? Yes.
Know your time, know your work.
But it's our people, though, right? Who you think is the best at football? Calvin Johnson, right? Even Patrick Mahomes, man. He's nice. He's a Jake. You know what I'm saying? He gonna pass Tom Brady. He's passing Tom. Right? It's 3 championships. I think under 25. 3 championships under 25. You know? So, who the best at football? Best at basketball? Who the best artists? Who make the best music? Like this word, Zamiyar, means psalmist. Psalmist is modern day artist that made music. Who the best at music? Who's prominent out there? Young boy, the baby, they all us. You know what I'm saying? So, did you know in the Bible it said that it's one nation of people who's gonna be above all people on the earth? If that one nation right there is written that they're gonna be above all people on the earth, and we see in the latter days that it's only one nation of people above all people on the earth, wouldn't that prove that we're that people? Let's read that. Deuteronomy 7:6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
Now the Lord, if you say I choose these shoes to be special, all your shoes special, are they on that same level? If you say I choose these shoes to my special shoes, are all the other shoes on the same level? God said this people, the Israelites, the people on his sign, are a chosen people. They're special, right?
Special people unto himself, above all people.
The Lord say,
above all people.
So the Lord is, give me Numbers 23 and 19. Right, real quick, give me Numbers 23 and 19.
This book of Numbers chapter 23 and verse 19. God is not a man that he should lie.
He should what?
That he should lie.
So God is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should repent. Meaning what God said, I choose you to be above all nations. That means this is forever. Give me Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6.
Book of Malachi chapter 3 and verse number 6. For I am Yahweh, I change not.
I what?
I change not.
Right, that word change in the Hebrew is going into, he alters not. The Lord doesn't alter. So if God said, I'm going to make a high chosen people above all nations, that means in the latter days, they're going to still be the best at everything. And that's the people in this church, bro. Americans, blacks, Haitians, Puerto Rico. I know some Cubans that can hoop. Go to New York. Go up there to New York.
I'm already here. Yeah.
You Cuban on your mother's side? Or
Nah.
Oh, you said you just already know?
Yeah, I'm already here.
Okay, yeah, they nice. Now, white boy, different. The East Indian, different. A snake and Hamite, they just tall. The African, they just big. But ball can still get dunked on by LeBron. Okay? There's no stopping that. Even if he's ball. Right? You got, what's some other races? Right? And that's basically it. Ismail, he don't even hoop. The Arabics cannot hoop. No Arabic. I've never seen an Arabic dunk. I don't know one good Arabic guy at hoop.
I know a good hoop. I know a couple of good hoopers, but I don't know nobody.
Now they might be trying to.
I haven't seen one dunk.
I hoop with an Arabic guy. He was kind of buff. All he could do is lay it up.
You know they got that Dearborn League, bro.
Yeah, they suck. They suck. So my point is this though, that God said my people's going to be best at everything, and we see it's only these people that's the best at everything. So wouldn't that make sense for us to be these people in the Bible? Let me do Deuteronomy 11:26. You know what Moses did in the Bible? Where you going, bro? We appreciate you. We start talking about wisdom, now you gotta go.
For real though.
So forget the wisdom.
I already talked to Jordan before. We did this.
Okay. Call him Jordan. Oh, he don't know though.
My boy.
I can let him know.
He don't know though.
Yeah, I'm
So what you gonna tell him?
gonna tell him that we the people.
What people? There's many people. White people, black people. What's the people? The white man say he's the people. Ask a white guy right now who's the man on earth. He's gonna say him. So who is the people, the chosen? What's their name? Who? Us. Who is we? You say you're gonna tell this man, like brother, you being a steward right now. You can't kind of have that office of a steward and kind of give him some whatever.
I ain't giving him whatever.
So what is?
What do you classify us as? Do you go by black, African, American? What do you go by?
I'm gonna show you.
That's a good question.
Your father, so-called black man, is he Cuban? Is he Hispanic?
Nah.
There any Hispanic in your family?
Nah, just black.
Okay. Yeah, let's read that.
2 Corinthians 11:22. Are they Hebrews?
Are they what?
Are they Hebrews?
Are they who?
Are they Hebrews?
So are they Hebrew? But we speak Hebrew. When we speak, that's what I said. We speak this language is ancient Paleo-Hebrew, okay? When you look on the Los Lunas stone, the Ohio Newark keyhole stone, when you look at these different stones in Latin America and America, it's written in Hebrew. The Hispanics knew that ancient language, okay? So we're Hebrews. Read it.
Are they Hebrews?
Right.
So am I.
So what?
So am I.
So we're Hebrews.
Are they Israelites?
Are they what?
Are they Israelites?
Right.
So am I.
So we are the Hebrew Israelites that come from what?
Are they the seed of Abraham?
Are they what?
Are they the seed of Abraham?
We come from Isaac, brother. He come from Abraham. So we the Hebrew Israelites. You understand? That's who we are, the people on this chart. We at Revelation 14:20.
Y'all still, but like, do y'all like agree with like being identified as black or African
No,
American?
give me Acts 5:29. No, we might say that to get by. You know, I'm not about to go to my job and say, "Shut up, you damn Edomite." I'm a Hebrew. I'm not doing that. That's just not why. But do I ultimately believe that? No. Just like when you call them white, do they really believe they're white? No, they say I'm Italian, I'm German. They have a tie to a certain
I don't know
land.
what the Americans here for sure. The people that actually know their family lineage and shit.
But the white people that's here, where did they come from? They came from Europe, right?
Right.
So they know they're European, they just don't give a damn which one. So that's why they say they white, but they know they're a certain European. Read that.
Acts chapter 5, verse 29.
Right.
And Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
So we obey God rather than men. I'm not gonna be telling my daughter, hey, you just a Negro when you're black, baby. You're just a black queen. Brother, black means void of light. It means darkness. It's used in areas of Disney to show sinisterness, evil. That's why Maleficent had on all black. Anybody in Disney that got on all black is an evil guy. So they called us black. They called themselves white when they're red. When the sun hit them, they turn what? They look like chicken. They're like uncooked chicken.
They colored.
They not. Well, they're not even colored, brother. Their color is.
They turn red, right?
That's not. It's a color, but that's not what it means to be colored.
This hoodie is white.
Yeah, like this is white.
I do got a good though.
Are they white though? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? But you Israelite, brother, alright? You gotta keep the commandments of God.
Where you be hooping at, bro?
I'll be hooping at the YMCA.
Come on, down here.
Yeah. Going in Farmington. Y'all know it's a Sunday around here every morning and shit like that.
How much it cost?
It's like 25 a guest, but if y'all get up there, early and stuff like that, I got membership for like 9 people. Y'all can all come with me.
It be buckets up there. If it's 25, they trying to get a bucket.
Yeah. Y'all can get under my guests and shit like that. That's ask for Jalen. Yeah.
Give me the book of Acts 9 and 22. Give me the book of Acts 28.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 28 and verse number 31.
Right?
Preaching the kingdom of God and teaching those things which concern Hamashiach Yahushua.
So we was to preach the things that concern Yahushua. We preach about mercy, we preach about repentance, and we also preach about the law. Because Christ taught the law of Moses. Read it.
With all confidence.
What?
With all
So
confidence.
we gotta preach the word with all confidence, man. Who's an example of that? Go to the book of Acts, chapter 9 and 22.
Acts 9, verse 22. And it reads, but Saul increased the more in strength.
What the Lord say?
But Saul increased the more in strength.
So he increased in strength. Like you wasn't about to pull certain scriptures on Saul. Is this true? He increased in strength of the scriptures in his spirit. You read it?
And confounded the Jews.
And what?
And confounded the Jews.
They want to hear Revelation. Y'all want to hear about Revelations? So y'all want to hear about Revelations? Okay. So I got a question. You know about Jesus? Okay. You know what Jesus looked like? What he look like? So you like this? You sure? Okay. You ever heard of like if I say a characteristic in the Bible, that shows exactly what he looked like. So if he doesn't look like this, and it's 3 times, he's gonna be out. He's gonna be striped out. Okay. So we're gonna read the Bible to show what he actually looks like from the scriptures, because that's supposed to be from the scriptures. Revelation 1 and 13.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13.
Hey!
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of
So
Man,
the Son of Man is talking about Jesus, okay? Read it.
clothed with a garment down to the foot,
He had a garment down to his feet.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
He had a golden belt. You like gold? You like gold? Okay. He had a golden belt on.
Golden shirt. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What the Lord say?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Sister, you know what woolly hair is? You know what a woolly hair is? It's like I'm guessing that's your brother. That hair is woolly. That's a woolly, like a sheep, you know, like a lamb, like a sheep. That's what hair Christ has. He don't have that. This is like a German shepherd. This is like a dog. Christ had hair like a lamb, okay? So that don't look like that, but that's coming out the Bible. But that's supposed to be from the Bible. So which one lying? The Bible or this image? Image.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So he had brown, reddish eyes. This man got blue eyes. He got blue eyes, streaky hair that's dirty blonde. That's not what the Bible said. Keep reading.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
The Lord said?
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So he said his feet was like fine brass, like a penny. Okay. Keep reading.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So it says his feet were like unto fine brass as they burn in a furnace. Okay. If you take this and burn it in a fire, what color's gonna come out? It'll come out black. It's gonna come out dark. It said his feet was like unto fine brass that burned in the furnace. So it says his feet was dark skinned. I don't know nobody who got dark skinned feet and white arms and blue. I don't see that. So if his feet was dark skinned, his whole body was dark skinned. You understand? Christ more so looked like these images. White woolly hair, skin that's dark skinned, right? That's what Christ looked like, right?
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
And it said his voice was deep. Do this look like a man with a deep voice? Yeah, he look kind of, hey, what's going on? Hey, you know, what's up to you? All right, that's how he sound. This, when you see this, you see order, you see structure, you see masculinity, you see a man. That's not a man. So ultimately, you know, young lady, that Jesus Christ looks more so like this image according to the Bible. Okay? That's the revelation. You got any questions, sister? You know, I don't want to just talk to your children. You got any questions as well?
I'm just listening.
Okay. What's your religious background? You Christian?
Spirituality.
You believe in the Bible though?
I do.
Okay, so you know in the Bible, what's going on, brother? You know the Bible shows us our heritage. Okay? Can we show you that in the Bible? Okay, give me the book of Deuteronomy 11:26. Deuteronomy 18. So are you familiar with what Moses did? What did he do? Give me a little back.
Part of the Red Sea.
I can't hear you.
Part of the Red Sea.
Part of the Red Sea. Okay. Also, Moses. Okay, yeah, the Ten Commandments. But he also led the children of Israel, people in this church, out of Egypt. You understand? And he brought them into a covenant. And the covenant is a contract. Okay? So let's read about that contract.
Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 26.
So this is about that contract that the children of Israel made with God.
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
So God said when he made that covenant with our forefathers that I said before you a blessing and a curse. A blessing is a good thing, a curse is a bad thing, right?
Verse 27, a blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
Now, how many people you know just keeping the commandments? How many people you know say, yeah, I keep the commandments of God? Not me. They said, you know, I do what I want to do, you know, I get to that. I remember actually listening to a song in the world say, oh, Father God, forgive me, I'm just sinning for a minute. Right now. That's not talking about the commandments of God. You understand? So God said, if you keep my commandments, you're going to be a blessed nation. What else?
Which I command you this day, and a curse.
And a what?
And a curse.
So a curse, a punishment, right? Spiritually, then physically.
If you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
So if you don't keep the commandments, you're going to be cursed. Go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. So when we read in Deuteronomy 28, right, Jeremiah 17, Malachi, these different books of the Bible show the curses that God put on his people. The curses are an indicator that we are the children of God by the punishments, okay? 28 and 46.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For what?
For a sign.
So the punishments are going to be upon the children of Israel, God's chosen people, the holy people, for a sign, right?
And for a wonder.
And for what?
And for a wonder.
So how did they go through that? How did they make it? Who are these people? How do they not know their nationality? Keep reading.
And upon thy seed forever.
So until Jesus Christ come back, these punishments are going to be upon our people. Let's read about a punishment that's going to happen to the children of Israel in the future, and let's see what happened to it. Read Jeremiah 17 and 4.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself,
Even what?
Even thyself.
So you, even yourself, Israelite, you Judites, you Benjamites, you Levites, you Ephraimites, right?
Shall discontinue from thy heritage.
What the Lord say?
Shall discontinue from thy heritage.
So even you're going to discontinue from thy heritage. What's your so-called nationality? What you think it is? Are you an African American? That's what you think, right? Who told you that? Who taught us that? It just became a thing. Our forefathers, they kind of started saying, well, you know, we're Hebrews, but now I'm gonna say I'm Negro. I'm Negro, now I'm Negro, and now I'm these different words. So they discontinued from their own heritage as being the children of God. Now they call themselves African American. Right, African American is the name of two so-called white men. Well, but how could you be inhabitant of both lands? I would either be African or American. Americans go back to England. They go back to Europeans. They came from the British. Africans, it's like Africa, go back to Africans. Blood-drinking Hamites, tall, big, dark-skinned guys with big lips and big plates in their lips and, you know, shaving their whole heads off in one ponytail. That's not our history. So we're not African or American, okay? So we started calling ourselves these different things which are not our heritage. God said, my people, they are going to even stop calling themselves their own heritage, which is Judites, Benjamite, Levite, Gadites. Now you're black, now you're a Negro, which should not be so. That happens to us. Keep reading.
From thy heritage that I gave thee.
What?
That I gave thee.
It's like 11, it's like 17, 11. It's like 17, 11. And the Lord said you're going to discontinue from your heritage that I gave you. What is our heritage? What was our heritage? That's Sirach 17 and 11.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse number 11.
Right.
Beside this, he gave them knowledge in the law of life.
And the what?
In the law of life.
So the law of life he gave the children of Israel, the people on this chart.
For an heritage.
For what?
For an heritage.
So the law, the commandments was our heritage. That shows us how to move. Right? That shows that we can't eat pork, that we can't do these different things. Okay? So it's our guidance and our wisdom. Keep reading on that.
Right. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies.
And I will what?
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies.
Didn't the so-called blacks serve their enemies? Since then we serve our enemies in slavery. We used to call ourselves from the Ashanti tribe, from the Igbo tribe. But now we started calling ourselves black, Negroes. We discontinued from our heritage. And our enemies started putting themselves above us. Okay?
In the land which thou knowest not.
In the what?
In the land which thou knowest not.
Didn't our people start serving enemies in a land that we know not? Did we know of America before the slave trade? Did we know where this place was at as Africans? So God said, you, even yourself, you're going to discontinue from the heritage that I gave you, right? And you're going to become enemies for you're going to become a servant for your enemies and in a land that you do not know. Does that sound like the African American system? Just a little bit. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 63, right? Because I'm here to persuade men. You know what I'm saying? We're going to read this other curse, sister. Revelation 11 and 8. Okay, can I read these last two? 28 and 63.
Romans 28 verse 68.
So this is a punishment on our people for not keeping the commandments.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right? So the Lord said, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt. Egypt was a place of captivity, bondage. Read Revelations 11:8. God is a black man, so he speaks with slang, you understand? So when he says, I'm going to bring you back to Egypt, he said, I'm going to bring you back to slavery.
Revelation 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually,
Which what?
Which spiritually,
this city is spiritually called what?
called Sodom and Egypt.
Called what?
Called Sodom and Egypt.
So this place that we're going to go back to is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, meaning it represents slavery, bondage, captivity. So when God says, I'm going to bring you back to Egypt, he said, I'm going to bring you back to slavery. Read that 28 and 68 again.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68.
Right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord is going to bring you into slavery again for your disobedience, right?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
What the Lord say?
With ships.
What people with the slavery, captivity, bondage on a ship? What people is that? That's not happened to us, right? God said this is going to happen to the Israelites. So we know biblically our heritage, our nation is Israel. And we are God's chosen people. Keep reading.
By the way, whereof I spake unto thee.
I mean exactly how I said it. There's nobody else with a slave on a slave ship. Not an Arabic man, not a Chinese man, not all these other nations. They never went through that way of slavery. Keep reading.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
What the Lord say?
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Have you ever seen your homeland? Have you ever seen your homeland? What's the homeland of the blacks? Black. Where's the flag of black? What is the language of black? What is the culture of black? We don't have none. So we know this is our culture because God said you're not even going to see your homeland. Do you even know what our homeland is? Our homeland is Israel. So that's Galatians 4 verse 26. All right, keep reading.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
What the Lord said?
There you shall be sold unto your enemies.
What's our people sold on auction blocks? Here's Sally. She's a good cook. She looks comely. She looks fair. Here's Charles. He's a strong man. He works in the field nigga, house nigga. That was selling us. God said the Israelites in the future, y'all gonna be sold, and that fits our history. So we are the children of God.
There you shall be sold to your enemies for bondmen,
For slave men
and bondwomen,
and slave women,
and no man shall buy you.
and nobody's gonna redeem you. Who saved us? Hermana, who saved us? Nobody saved us, sister. Marcus Garvey tried, Nat Turner tried, all these men tried, Martin Luther King tried, but nobody can save us. That's what it means, no man shall buy you. Nobody's gonna save you and redeem you. So God said it's gonna happen to the Israelites, but it happened to us. What would be our nationality biblically after what we just read? What would our nationality, who was God talking to us? And it happened to us.
29:1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
What the Lord say?
The children of Israel.
So God said this is going to happen to the children of Israel. So wouldn't that show we the children of Israel? Should it? So what do you think, because I know you gotta go, what do you think the children of Israel did? God gave them the covenant, he gave them blessings, he's their God. What do we gotta do to show our appreciativeness or show we appreciate the Lord? What do we have to do?
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
And now Israel, sister, you're an Israelite. You're a daughter of Zion. You're a Judite, right? You're a Judite. So he's talking to you, right?
But to fear the Lord thy God.
What the Lord say?
But to fear the Lord thy
So
God.
we gotta fear the Lord.
To walk in all his ways.
We gotta walk in his ways, walk in the ways of Paul, walk in the ways of Christ, walk in the ways of Peter, walk in the ways of David. We have to walk in the ways of Susanna, walk in the ways of Esther. Read it.
And to love him.
So we gotta love the Lord, which is keeping the commandments. Jeremiah, it's like John 14:15.
To serve the Lord thy God.
Right, the Israelites are the servants, Leviticus 25:55.
With all thy heart and with with all thy soul.
That's in the law.
To keep the commandments.
What the Lord saying?
To keep the commandments.
So we gotta keep the commandments. Okay? You ever heard any commandments before? What's the commandments you know? 10. Okay. Do you wonder why we all got this on? You know that this is a commandment and it's not written in 10 commandments? But we still have to keep it. It's a reason. Give me Numbers 15 to 38. Deuteronomy 22.
In Numbers 15, verse 38. And it reads, speak unto the children of Israel.
So listen, sister, this is spoken unto us. We're the children of Israel.
And bid them that they make them fringes.
What the Lord say?
Make them fringes.
So to make ourselves fringes, locks, tassels, twists, right?
In the borders of the garments.
Right.
Throughout their generation.
What the Lord say?
Throughout their generation.
So we're still generating as the Israelites. So that means we have to wear fringes. Why?
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
A what?
A border of ribbon of blue.
So we're supposed to wear a border of ribbon of blue. Why? Because blue represents royalty. Before it was purple, it was blue. Look into how they made blue. Look into how they made purple and indigo. It was a hard process. So God said to show your royalty, you wear fringes on all your garments. Keep reading.
Now shall be unto you for a fringe, then you may look upon it. Remember all the commandments of the Lord.
All right, sister. You an Israelite, sister. God showed the people, all right? So what? We are the Israelites. I'm going to give you a flyer. So look into that, sister. We're not black. We're not brown. We're not Negro. We are children and daughters of God, all right? So, I can't hear you. Can I buy you some candy? Nah, I can't do that. So what? You know why I can't do that? You wanna know why? You know, in the Bible, you need to buy your 10 and 30. Believe in the Bible?
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31.
Right?
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals,
What the Lord say?
and if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them.
What the Lord say?
That we would not buy it of them.
So on the Sabbath day, we can't buy, because it's a commandment, it's an ordinance. We can't buy on the Sabbath. All right. So that's why we can't buy or sell. All right, ready to? All right, the book of Acts, 9 and verse 20, still again.
Acts chapter 9, verse 22. But Saul increased more in strength.
The Lord said.
But Saul increased more in strength. And confounded the Jews.
And what?
And confounded the Jews.
And they're cutting them up, man. Hold on, that is saying your law. He kind of was pulling Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Zechariah, Zephaniah, Hosea, Joel, and all these different prophets cutting them up, man. Kind of go. Don't it say in the book of Joel? Don't it say in the book of Isaiah? Right? Keep reading.
Which dwelt at Damascus, proving that this is very Christ.
And this is what?
That this is very Christ.
Proving that this is Yahweh Shai. Who is Isaiah 53 talking about? What's going on, brother? Who is saying Isaiah 53 is talking about? Who is Micah 5 and 2 talking about? Who is Genesis 49 and 12 talking about? Who is Numbers 24 and 20 talking about? Who is these different things? Who is Deuteronomy 18 and 18 talking about? They're just kind of cutting them up with the Torah. The Torah. Right? Go down to verse 27. I got you. Go down to verse 27.
27. But Barnabas took him and brought him to the apostles.
Right?
And declared unto him, and declared unto them how he had seen Yahweh in the way, and that he had spoken to him, and how he had preached. And that he speaks boldly at Damascus.
What the Lord say?
Boldly at Damascus.
So he's preaching the gospel boldly at Damascus. Preaching the gospel boldly at Iconium, Athens, Corinth, Philippi, and all these different places, man. So Paul was preaching the gospel with all boldness. But yes, what's going on? What's your question? You got a notebook, right?
Amen, yes. Was Cain white?
Was Cain white?
Cain white.
Was Cain, go to the book of Genesis.
Where we going? I'm gonna take notes.
I got you. Go to the book of Genesis. chapter 4. Let's start at 4. So I would say in the beginning, no. Why? Go to Genesis 1 and verse 26. Genesis 1 and 26.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 26.
No.
And God said, let us make man in our image.
What the Lord say?
Let us make man in our image.
So God said, let them make man in our image. Go to the book of Colossians chapter 1 and verse 14. God said, let us make men in our image, okay? Colossians 1 and 14.
Colossians 1 and 14. In whom we have redemption through his blood.
Right, through the Son, right?
Even the forgiveness of sins.
Right?
Who is the image of the invisible God?
What the Lord say?
Who is the image of the invisible God?
So we know this talking about the image of the invisible God. Christ looked like a so-called black man with woolly hair. So I would say in the beginning, he had the image of being melanated beings with woolly hair. Now I'll go to the book of Genesis chapter 4 and verse 4.
Genesis 4 and verse 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof, and Yahweh had respect unto Abel.
Right, so the Lord had respect unto Abel's offering, right?
And to his offering. But unto Cain, and to his offering, he had not respect. And Cain was very rough, and his countenance fell.
So he had not respect unto his offering because he offered him the fruit of the ground, right? Keep reading.
Verse number 6. And Yahweh said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thou countenance fallen?
Right, why are you mad? What are you mad at me for? He just mad because the Lord didn't accept it. But the Lord didn't tell Cain to offer up fruits. We know in Genesis 3 and 21, Adam had the coats of skin, which represents the offering system. Right, that was given so the beast could be for atonement for your sin, and they take the place of death and not you.
Verse number 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
What the Lord say?
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Are you not going to be accepted if you do what I told you? I didn't say offer up damn fruits and bananas and apples. He probably placed one spinach. Kind of say, hey, here's unto the Lord. Brother, the Lord need lamb. The Lord need oxen. He need goat. You offer up one pineapple. I mean, what are you doing? Right? Why didn't he want to offer up a goat or a lamb? Why did he not want to do that? That's the real question. But keep reading.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
What the Lord say?
Sin lieth at the
So
door.
if you don't do what I tell you, sin is lying at the door. Right? Why?
And unto thee shall be his desire.
What the Lord say?
And unto thee shall be his desire.
So now, you know, you're going to be this, Satan is desiring Cain. Right? You're going to be what he desired, man. Satan wanted Cain. He had his mind on Cain. He said, I'm going to get that boy. I'm going to make him my son. I'm going to give him the covenant of madness. Right? Keep reading.
And thou shalt rule over him.
What the Lord say?
And thou shalt rule over
So
him.
now sin is going to rule over Cain. He can't escape. That's all he deal with. Go down to the verse. Start at 8.
Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother.
Right.
And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother.
Right.
And slew him.
And what the Lord said?
And slew him.
So he rose up and killed his brother.
Right.
I'll give you a long answer.
Okay.
And Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel, thy brother?
Right, so where is Abel, thy brother? But it's a rhetorical question. The Lord knows where Abel is. He's dead. He's the first guy dead after he made everybody. Nobody was murdered. He's the first guy in the regeneration. He's like, why is Abel in heaven? Let me go down. Okay, where you go back? He's asking him that, knowing the answer. He died. He went back to the Father. Why are you here? Oh, okay. He must be. How did he die? Where is Cain at? Keep reading.
Where is Abel, thy brother?
Right.
And he said, I know not.
What the Lord said?
He said, I know
That
not.
man is a liar. How do you not know where he at? You just killed him. You just murdered him. How you don't know where he at? So he's a murderer. He's a liar. He was covetous. Why he didn't obey the commandments of the Lord, which is his father. So Cain already had a multitude of sins in him. He was slothful. He wasn't diligent. He kind of said, you know, I'm going to just offer up this damn spinach. You know what I mean? That's motherfuckers how you just keep reading.
Am I my brother's keeper?
And what the Lord say?
Am I my brother's keeper?
Man, I'm not my brother's keeper. I don't know that. And there's so many words, I don't know that Hebrew. Man, why is this keeper? I don't know where he be at, man. I I'm a home man. He's somewhere. I don't know. He lied to the Lord. Read it.
He said, what hast thou done?
What the Lord say?
What hast thou done?
What are you doing?
The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
Right, spiritual. Right, meaning Abel's spirit is crying to the Lord.
And now art thou cursed.
Right, what the Lord say?
And now art thou cursed.
So now you're going to be punished. In what way?
From the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's
So
blood.
you're going to be cursed from the earth. Right, I mean, it's going to be hard to till the land, but also whether the sun is inside of what you would call the firmament, which is the earth. He can't stand in the damn sun. He can't work. He has to eat beasts and fat. He can't eat just herbs. He's now cursed in the earth. He has the recessive genes. Right? Keep reading.
It says, verse 12, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
And that's why, because Esau don't have no land Sabbath. You know he's supposed to give a year for the land to rest. Esau is working in the damn dirt, season to season, right after it's done, immediately. He's going off, right? So it says even the earth is not going to yield its fruit unto you.
A fugitive and a vagabond.
What the Lord say?
A fugitive and a vagabond.
So it's going to be a fugitive and a vagabond. A person running away from judgment, running away from who he is, going to land.
Shalt thou be in the earth.
Right.
And Cain said unto Yahweh,
right.
My punishment is greater than I can bear.
What do you say?
My punishment is greater than I can bear.
No, it's not. You're the first murderer. You just committed 5 sins. Hey, this is too much, God. You just killed your brother. When the Lord say, thou shalt murder thy brother, because he offered, his offering was accepted. Thou shalt strike him and knock him down if he go against me. You don't say that. This is too much. No, it's not. You damn demon. That's the white man right there. Show mercy. Why not mercy? It was a white man. It was a scorecard. A white man was forcing himself inside 42 dogs until they died. And he got 10 years. He probably was like, oh, that's too much. You raped 40 dogs.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Right?
Verse number 13,
right.
It reads, Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth,
right.
And from thy face shall I be hid.
So Cain cannot go to the Most High. He doesn't have, the Lord's face don't shine upon him.
And I shall be a fugitive.
What the Lord say?
And I shall be a fugitive.
So now he's a fugitive, a person running away from judgment.
And a vagabond in the earth.
Right.
And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
So he said, everybody that finds me is going to kill me. Because I'm a fugitive, I'm a vagabond. He got a name in the earth as the first murderer. You read it?
And Yahweh said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
What the Lord say?
Vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Proverbs 16 and 4.
And Yahweh set a mark upon Cain.
What the Lord say?
And Yahweh set a mark upon Cain.
So the Lord set a mark upon Cain. I mean, how can we know Cain is Cain? What mark would it be? What can I see to know that this guy is Cain? He stripped him from his melanin. He's the first ghost man on the earth, right? So yes, Cain was a pink man through the spirit. That's what we believe.
Lest any finding him should kill him.
Right. So, because I would not know the difference if they both melanated. I'm not gonna know the difference. I need to see something. So that melanin was stripped away from Cain. That's why it's gonna be a deeper answer. That's why he came back on the earth as Esau, and Abel came back as Jacob. That's why Esau came out red. It's hairy. That's that mark being upon Cain and his children coming back on the earth. To know we can't kill Cain, why? Proverbs 16.
Proverbs 16 verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself.
So the Lord made everything for himself. It's his story. That's Wisdom of Solomon 11:11 on down.
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
What the Lord say?
Even the wicked for the day of evil.
So he made even the wicked for the day of evil. He preserved the wicked to get destroyed at a certain point of time. That's why he says a mark upon Cain that if anybody kill him, you're going to get sevenfold. Because he reserved Cain to be destroyed. Give me the book. Well, keep reading. Give me Genesis 25:12.
Now reading on at verse number 16. And Cain went out from the presence of Yahweh.
So he left the Lord. He's gone. He just turned away. He said, it's too much. Fuck, I'm out. I turned him, I'm going to die. Keep reading.
and dwelt in the land of Nod.
So he dwelt in the land of Nod. Now he's away from the Lord. He's away from his father. He literally married Satan. They became one flesh with the damn cherubims, right? So hold that, go to Genesis 25 and 21. So we know that regeneration is in the scriptures, meaning you come back to the earth at a certain point in time. I'm not going to say 4 generations, because if that's the case, I'm my grandfather. I'm my great-grandfather. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say at a certain point in time, you regenerate and come back on the earth. Meaning your spirit come back on the earth in a different flesh. Right? This is an example of that. Genesis 25:21.
Genesis 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren.
Because she didn't have no child, right?
And the Lord entreated of him,
Right.
and Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
And now he conceived. Now she's pregnant. You read it.
22. And the children struggled together within her.
What the Lord say?
The children struggled together within her.
In the book of Exodus chapter 17, it should be the last verse. It's like Exodus 17 to 16. Right? Keep reading. Hold on.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Why are my children fighting in my Lord? Keep reading.
And she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
What the Lord say?
2 nations are in thy womb.
So the Lord said, your womb, even though we come from one man, Isaac, these twins are 2 different nations. They're 2 different people, 2 different spirits, 2 different mannerisms. Okay? Keep reading.
And 2 manner of people
So they 2 manner of people, 2 different people. Keep reading.
shall be separated from thy bowels.
So it's 2 different nations. Hold on, no pictures, no pictures. Keep reading. Yeah, get out of here. Scram. Damn it.
Shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right?
Right? And the one people shall be stronger than the
What
other.
the Lord say?
And the one people shall be stronger than the other.
So it's going to be one nation of people that's stronger than the other. Okay, that's talking about the Israelites. Keep reading.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
What the Lord say?
And the elder shall serve the younger.
So the elder is Esau. Okay, keep reading.
And when her days to be and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled,
So after 10 months, Esau say 9 months. But I'm led to believe through our bodies being destroyed over time, it became 9. But it really was 10 months.
yeah, it's actually 10.
It's 10 months.
9 is just what they say.
See that?
It's like in the first, it's like in the days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
What the Lord say?
There were twins in her womb.
So there are twins in the womb. Right?
And the first came out red all over like a hairy
What
garment.
the Lord say?
The first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
So he came out red, hairy all over like a hairy garment.
And they called his name Esau.
What the Lord say?
And they called his name Esau.
So imagine right now, brother, you have a baby with your wife, and he come out pink with hair all over. And you know, when our people named their sons, they named it in the spirit. They named it of what they was going to be and what's going to be their name. So he named him Esau. Now we're going to look and see in the concordance what did that word Esau mean, and why did he call him Esau?
This is Esau from the Strong's Concordance. It's H6215, meaning hairy.
Right? Yeah, he came out all hairy. But the word Esau means he wasted. He wasted away his heat. So he had a baby and said, wasted away his heat. Who is this? He probably thought he was dead. He like, is he sick? Because he came out red. Why did he come out red? Why did God make that man red and him another nation? Because he's came back on the earth. So God had a mark upon him to let the world know that still Cain after everybody died in the flood. Okay, so Cain did not, he had melanin at first, but it got stripped from him. But when he came back, he didn't have melanin because he came back as Cain. Okay?
He came back as Esau.
He came back as Esau. And Abel came back as Jacob. That's why they're beefing. That's why they're fighting. You need Exodus 17 to 16.
book of Exodus, chapter 17 and verse 16. For he said, because Yahweh has sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek,
right?
From generation to generation.
What the Lord say?
From generation to generation.
So we're going to fight from generation to generation. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are always going to be fighting against the white man, against the Europeans, the Germans, the Romans, the Greeks, right? So we're going to always be at odds. So that's because Cain and Abel came back as Jacob and Esau, and we became the nations of those men. Okay? So Cain at first, he had melanin, then he got stripped from him, and he came back as Esau, and there was a mark upon him to have no melanin.
So how does that reconcile with the verse that says it's appointed man wants to live, wants to die, or something? You know, then you're saying
saying regeneration? You saying like regeneration? Like how do we regenerate?
Yeah, well, I thought you only live once. You're saying you come back. Are you talking about the human body or the spirit?
The body is going to be, the only person who rose from the dead was Yahweh Shai Mashiach of Nazareth, which is Jesus Christ. Nobody else rose from the dead and started living again. Samuel rose from the dead, but he didn't live again. He was rose from the dead through a damn Satanist witch. He didn't start walking. Witch of Endor. They didn't live. Yeah, but they didn't rise after dying, being dead for days, and rise up and start living again. Nah, they was brought back from the dead, but they didn't die and put in the grave. That never happened. You understand? So I get what you're saying. So nevertheless, get Ecclesiastes 1. Let's start at 5. Kind of got to hop into a generation portion. Ecclesiastes 1 and 5.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 5. And it reads, the sun also rises.
Start at 4.
Verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh.
So one passed away and one cometh. It's a cycle.
But the earth abideth forever.
So the earth is always going to be here, but generations come and go. Read it.
The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down. And the sun goeth down.
So the Lord made everything in a circle, in a cycle. The sun go up, go down. It's a circle. Okay, so it's a system, a circuit.
And hasten to his place where he arose. The wind goeth toward the south and toward about the north.
So the wind goeth toward the south, going back to north. It's in a cycle. The sun is in a cycle.
And whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuit.
So the wind returned again.
All the rivers run into the sea.
But all the rivers, water is flowing into the seas. The Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, right?
Yet the sea is not full.
The sea never gets full. It never gets drained. Why?
Unto the place whence the rivers come, thither they return again.
Until they return again. This is a cycle. You read it?
All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with sin.
So the eye don't never stop. You just go to sleep, wake up. Go to sleep, wake up. It never stops.
Nor the ear filled with hearing.
Right?
The thing that have been, it is that which shall be.
So the thing that has been, that's what it shall be.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
What the Lord say?
There is no new thing under the sun.
Really on a deeper level, nothing new. This iron, this steel is made from iron. Still ain't nothing new. It's iron with chemicals in it. Right? Cars is horses. It's the same transportation. It's just mechanical. Everything is in a cycle. Everything comes from the earth. So everything is in a cycle, even us in our spirit. Go down to verse 11.
Verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things.
What the Lord said?
There's no remembrance of former things.
So it's no way we're going to remember because the Lord didn't give us that spirit to remember what our past life was and what we did. We don't know. But it is a cycle, brother, because everything is in a circle. Everything is in a cycle.
to Esau and Jacob. It says somewhere, Esau I hate, Jacob I love. When he talks about hate and love, is this an emotional type of hate, or is it just I prefer Jacob rather than Esau, or is it really I emotional, I hate him?
So, I wouldn't say it's emotional. I just say it's
Would or would not?
It is emotional to answer your question, but I wouldn't say it's so emotional. It's just facts. Like if I say I hate my shoe, it's not emotion. I mean, yeah, it's an emotion to hate, but it's just facts. I don't like this shoe. I hate this shoe. I despise this shoe. So yes, we can prove that. Go to Malachi chapter 1 and 1. Go to Obadiah chapter 1 and 9. Who was reading? Malachi, give me the book of Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. Guys, give me the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 2. Alright? We're going to go into this, man. Right on the highway. Give me Malachi 1 and 1.
Malachi 1 and 1. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Israel by Malachi.
So, the word of the Lord from Malachi, you read it?
I have loved you, saith the Lord.
So, the Lord said, I have loved you, Israel.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved them?
So he said, how you love me? I've been in slavery. I've been in captivity. I don't have my land no more. I'm poor. My women are harlots and whores and men captivity. Why? How do you love me? Read it.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
What the Lord say?
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
He said, how do I love you? Well, hold on now. What's it? Esau, Jacob's brother? You read it?
Saith the Lord.
Right, so even Esau was your brother. You read it?
Yet I love Jacob.
You're like, what?
Yet I love Jacob.
That's an emotion. Yes, he loved Jacob.
And I hated Esau.
What the Lord say?
And I hated Esau.
So he's saying, I'm showing you I love you, Israel, so much that I love Jacob and I hated Esau. So I'm showing you I love you because I chose your forefather. Okay, so yes, that's emotional hate.
And laid his mountains as his heritage waste for dragons in the wilderness.
So is it a prefer if I kind of destroy all his damn cities? Nah, I hate this man. I destroyed his whole land. Where is Edom at now? Edom is a place called Mount Petra. It's an area called Mount Petra. It's just rocks and caves and dens. He destroyed that. So you gotta hate somebody to destroy that, right? So yes, he did hate Esau. Keep reading.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished.
What the Lord say?
We are impoverished.
Right, keep reading.
But we will return.
So he said, I'm gonna return. Even though you destroyed Edom, even though you destroyed Greece, oh God, even though you destroyed Rome, even though you destroyed parts of Britain and things of that sort, we're gonna rebuild as what? America. We're gonna rebuild as Germany, as Europe. So that's how they're gonna rebuild, because the Lord destroyed Edom, but they say, hey, I know that, we're gonna rebuild. Keep reading.
And build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts,
right.
They shall build, but I will throw down.
What the Lord say?
They shall build, but I will throw down.
So they're going to build, but I'm going to destroy you because I hate them. You read it?
And they shall call them the border of wicked.
So Esau is called the border of wickedness. Whenever you see wickedness, whenever you see Esau, you're looking at the border of wickedness. The border represents what you, the border is what you represent, who you are. When you see Esau, you're seeing the top wickedness. You're seeing the gates of wickedness. Read it?
And the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
What the Lord say?
And the Lord have indignation forever.
Indignation is a strong hate. He said, and the people who I have indignation forever. I hate them forever. Okay? Now, so, let's go into it. Go to the book of Proverbs 6 and 16. Why does he hate Esau? For one, he hated Esau because his mannerism in the spirit, and because he's Cain, but he does always transgress this. Proverbs 6 and 16.
Book of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16.
No.
These 6 things doth the Lord hate.
So the Lord hate these 6 things.
Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
So he hate these 7 things. It's a complete abomination. You read it?
A proud look.
Oh, what the Lord say?
A proud look.
Isn't Esau proud? He made himself the son of God. This is proud. Ain't no Chinese Jesus. Ain't no what's the other name? Ain't no Arabic Jesus. They got a lot. Ain't no Hindu Jesus. This damn devil said, I'm Jesus. I'm the And then he taught you and said Jesus is the creator. So what is he saying? He said, I'm God. It's deeper than just me and Jesus. He said, I am your Lord. I'm your master. I'm your king. I'm your God. So he's doing things for the Lord. He got a proud look. You read it?
A lying tongue.
What the Lord say?
A lying tongue.
Esau this is a lie, brother. This is false. This is deceit. You know, he called you black. That's false. He said you're free. That's false. He said you can vote, but the vote ain't even getting counted. That's false. He said you're American, you got laws, but they shoot us down the street. That's false. All these things he taught us was false. Okay? Keep reading. Keep reading.
And hands that shed innocent blood.
What the Lord say?
And hands that shed innocent blood.
So didn't they shed innocent blood when they killed us through the transatlantic slave trade, when they killed the Hispanics during 1492? Right? This is shedding innocent blood. There was no reason to murder us. There was no reason for the Europeans to go to Africa and start putting us into slavery and killing us. Okay? Right? So that's innocent blood being shed. The white man doing all these things. He is Edom. You read it?
An heart that deviseth wicked imagination.
What the Lord say?
An heart that deviseth wicked imagination.
They making damn nukes. Why in the world is a white man in a cave trying to make a nuke? The first guy who made a nuke, he was a German. He said, now I am become deaf because he made the nuke. He gotta have an imagination on how to shed blood, on how to do wickedness, on how to make fire fall from heaven. These all things God hates, and he moves in the exact spirit.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
What the Lord say?
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
Listen, hey, look at these niggas over here. We're gonna bring them to America, put them in slavery. Hurry up, put them in the boat. Come on, put them in the boat. That was feet said. It's like feet swift to mischief, man. Swift to evil. Can you read it?
A false witness.
What the Lord say?
A false witness.
What the Lord say?
A false witness.
And Esau's a false witness, man. His judges is liars. His lawyers are liars. A lawyer, you can pay a lawyer to lie for you. He knows you. You say, hey, did you kind of murder this man? Yeah, I did it, but get me off. He got false witnesses, false judges, all feeding the so-called white man, and everything that he said, right, that he does, God hates. On that.
That speak of lies.
What the Lord say?
That speak of lies. And he that soweth discord.
What the Lord say?
And he that soweth discord among brethren.
Who soweth discord? He said, you blacks, you're not like the Hispanics. He said, you Cubans, you're not like the Dominicans. You Haitians, you're not like the so-called, you're not like the Dominicans. It is a Dominican. You're not like them. He's separated. Hate him, hate her. So now he's sowing discord among the brethren. God hates all that. So yes, this is emotional hate. He's pursuing to the book of Proverbs 6:16, Malachi 1:1, and now Obadiah 1:9. Read Obadiah 1:9. So this is prophecy. Okay? This is biblical prophecy against Esau.
Obadiah, verse 9.
Read verse 8.
Verse number 8. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
So it's going to destroy the wisdom out of Edom. Not going to be foolish.
And understanding out of the mouth of Esau.
Right? So now they're foolish. You got Joe Biden up there. You got Trump. He's a lady. He's an entrepreneur. Now he's the president. Right? He said, I'm going to grab a woman by her box. Right? Grab her by the box. Is that wise understanding as a prince, as a king? Right? So now they're going to be a foolish nation.
Edomites keep motivating. And thy mighty men, O Tamar, shall be dismayed.
So the mighty men of Esau are going to be fearful.
To the end that every one of the mouth of Esau.
The Lord say,
to the end that every one of the mouth of Esau. That every one of the mouth of Esau.
Every one of the mouth of Esau, of the Edomites,
may be cut off by slaughter.
What the Lord say?
May be cut off by slaughter.
So they're going to get cut off by slaughter. Every single one. Especially that one. Especially that one. Get that. Especially that one. Right? Is that a dude? Is that a man? That's a man. Right. It's a damn boy. So every one of those got to get cut off. Okay? So that's biblical prophecy. God will hate you to cut you off. Because if the biblical prophecy said you can't get saved, okay? On that, put here 2 Thessalonians 2.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 2. That ye be not soon shaken in mind. Verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him.
So now he's saying Jesus Christ is going to come back, okay?
That ye be not soon shaken.
What the Lord say?
That ye be not soon shaken in mind.
You should be fearful. Is the Lord coming back tomorrow, Shamar? Am I ready? Is my car? You shouldn't be fearful just yet.
Nor be troubled, either by spirit nor by word.
So you shouldn't be spurred. You shouldn't be troubled, even if a man says, or by your spirit, because you feel like it.
Nor by letter as from us, as that day of a Mashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you.
What the Lord say?
Let no man deceive you.
Let no man deceive you.
By any means, right? For that day shall not come.
That what?
For that day shall not come.
Yahushua is not going to come back until what?
Except there come a falling away first.
And the falling away was Christianity. The falling away was the Jews believing that blood-born Gentile can get saved. That was the falling away. Paul was a prophet. Keep reading.
And that man of sin be revealed.
What the Lord say?
And that man of sin be revealed.
Who was that man of sin? The man in Proverbs? The man in Genesis? The man in Genesis 25? The man in Exodus? Amalek? The man in Revelations? The same man. He's never changed until Esau gets revealed. Read it.
The son of perdition.
The son of what?
The son of perdition.
The son of destruction. What the white man done except destroy things? They say by the sword he shall live. By destroying he shall live. Keep reading.
Who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God.
What?
Above all that is called God.
He's the one that opposed him and exalted himself above all that is called God. Keep reading.
Or that is worship.
Right?
So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God.
And what?
So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God.
No, he's saying he's God. He's saying he's God. I am the way and the truth for the life. Jesus. He made himself God. That is talking about that's what Paul is talking about.
Showing himself that he is God.
What the Lord say?
Showing himself that he is God.
What is Abraham?
Showing himself that he is God.
So he's making himself Abraham, now he's Isaac, now he's Jacob, now he's the angels, now he's God, now he's Jesus. I mean, he's everybody. He's showing himself that he is God, but he is not God. Give me the book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9, and we're going to move on to the no question. It's like on the next question. Because we answer all questions up here, Lord. Right? Give me that. Revelations 2 and 9.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
What the Lord say?
But thou art rich.
So the Lord said, I know thy tribulation. I know your poverty. I know that you're poor. I know that the things you go through. I know the work that you do. But you are rich because you have the covenants of God. You have the new promises, right? You have all these different blessings that's supposed to be to Israel. So the poor is really rich. Give me the book of James, chapter 2 and verse 5. James 2 and verse 5.
James.
The Lord showed you the rich.
James 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world?
What the Lord say?
Have not God chosen the poor of this
So the
world?
Lord chose the poor of the world.
Rich in faith.
What the Lord say?
Rich in faith.
So we're rich in faith, rich in works, rich in spirit, rich in looks. The Jews.
But on the synagogue of Satan.
So the chief place of Satan, the chief Satan worshipers are the Amalekites, the so-called Ish-speaking, the small hats, the damn Germans who turn themselves into the children of God. The Zionists. Keep reading.
Verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Go to Revelation 3 and verse 10. It's like 3 and verse 10, real quick.
Revelation 3 and verse number 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
So the synagogue of Satan, the Edomites, the Amalekites, the so-called Ish people, small hats,
which say they are Jews, and are not.
They're not Jews,
but do lie.
But lie.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
What the Lord said?
I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
So they're going to come and worship before thy feet. Book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and 23. How is that going to take place?
And to know that I have loved thee.
That what?
That I have loved thee.
He's going to let you know, you Amalekites, you Ish people, you damn devils, you Isaiah chapter 49 and 23.
Isaiah chapter 49 and 23. 49:23, that reads, and kings shall be their nursing fathers.
What the Lord say?
Kings shall be their nursing fathers.
All you damn Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Larry Bird, right? They're gonna be our nurses, man. I'm gonna say, here's my new son, hey boy, wash him off, clean him off, and you better not touch him, right? Kings are gonna be, it's gonna be my little handmaid, my little doctor.
And queens thy nursing mothers.
We're gonna take the queen. We'll take Queen Elizabeth. She will get dashed to the stone, her too. And they're gonna be our nurses.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
What the Lord say?
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
So they're gonna bow down with their face towards the earth. And so they're physically gonna bow. Okay. So to answer your question, yes, the Lord does hate Esau emotionally pursuing all these scriptures. Hey, son. So yeah, what's your question?
Amen. Thanks for that. Question. We are not to celebrate man-made holidays. What do you consider celebration? Can I say happy birthday to one of my people? It's their birthday. Can I say thank you for serving in the Army or the Air Force, defending our nation? That was a great thing to do. What is called a celebration? Just saying something?
So you're saying, ask your question one more time.
Okay.
Genesis 40 and 20.
We are not to celebrate man-made holidays. What is called celebration? Just saying happy birthday or thank you for serving, for Veterans Day.
So I would say celebrating it. There's different ways of celebrating something. Like celebrating your birthday and the Satanist Bible, the highest day of the Satanist Bible is their birthday. And they say why? They say how to worship. I'm gonna just read it. Because it kind of explains. This is out of the Satanist Bible. This is from the Church of Satan.
It reads, since Satanism is a self-centered religion.
Is a what?
A self-centered religion.
So it's self-centered.
The highest holiday of the year will be the Satanist's own birthday.
Right.
Which needs no ritual, but should be spent in doing things a Satanist.
It's like read up again, Slime.
It says, this will be the Satanist's own birthday,
right?
Which needs no ritual.
Which needs what?
Which needs no ritual.
So it's no ritual needed to celebrate this,
but should be spent in doing things a Satanist would enjoy.
So only do the things that you enjoy. That's how you worship. So it's not going to be a set thing that's said, but we know through the Spirit. Like when people tell me happy birthday, I really don't answer. Or if it's my boss, or I'm gonna kind of say thank you to use wisdom. But I don't celebrate my damn birthday. I'm just saying that to get out the way. So no, I wouldn't say happy birthday. That's worshiping it. It's like when we say Shabbat Shalom. We celebrating the Sabbath. When I say Ashar Tabernacle, because I'm celebrating the tabernacle. When I say, Ashar New Moon, I'm announcing the celebration of the new moon. So when you say it, I would say it's announcing it. I wouldn't tell a person happy birthday. Veterans Day, it's not a sin, but I wouldn't be just going around making a Veterans Day cake and handing it to the veterans. And now you're like worshiping Veterans Day. But you know what I'm saying? You say, okay, yeah, I got respect. If I got an uncle, okay, I respect a little bit. But on another level though, brother, that's a sin to go to war for another nation. That's Deuteronomy 7 and 15. You can't go to war for another nation. And you can't vote for another nation to be your president. So it's a sin to vote. It's a sin to be in the army. So, I wouldn't do it at all. Ultimately, because of those precepts. So, I wouldn't do it.
I had a quick point on the word celebrate. It means acknowledge with a social gathering or enjoyable activity. Some of the synonyms are commemorate, observe, honor, mark, or recognize. So even when you recognize it, that's a form of celebration.
If we don't recognize what's Labor Day coming up,
yeah,
I don't even know. I don't even care to learn what it's about. I might learn what it's about to show my people to stop doing that, but I'm not like, oh yeah, Labor Day. All the labor of the Europeans. They ain't do nothing. They said bring us over here, man. So guess about celebrating slavery and Memorial Day. Remember 9/11 that they made. Okay, so I wouldn't do it, brother. Any questions?
Acts chapter 18 and verse number 1. After these things, Paul departed from Athens and came to Corinth and found a certain Jew named Aquila. Born in Pontus, lately come from Italy, with his wife Priscilla.
This reminds me of that account of Acts 18, man.
Because that Claudius had commanded all Jews to depart from Rome.
And he said, get out of Rome.
And came unto them.
So,
reads in verse 3, because he was of the same craft, he abode with them and wrought, for they, by their occupations, they were tent makers.
They were what?
They were tent makers.
So Paul had a job. Skin to you Hebrew Israelites who just ain't providing for these family. You can't kind of just, hey, I'm a king of my household, shut up, y'all work for me. You gotta get 10 wives, they all working at a sweatshop, finna making shoes for everybody. You kind of sitting on your throne and say, do what you gotta do. Bring me back to God, I'm the prize. Right? Paul was a tent maker, man. He was putting in work. Give me the book of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 28.
Yeah, my wife has a question. If one of our relatives have a baby from a white person, Edomite, can the baby be saved?
Open that 1 and 9 one more time. These numbers 1 and 18. Give me the it's like she said the father. You said the father, right? Okay, right. Give me the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and 18. Give me Job 28. I had Job 28.
But these are there to white guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna answer that. Job 28 and 13.
And then I got next one. You got to make it about a white girl. That's those.
Okay. That wasn't Ron. He was talking to my answer.
Ron got to make it about a white guy.
Numbers 1 and 18.
Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day in the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
What the Lord say?
And they declared their pedigree.
So they declared who they was, what's their nationality, what's their race, by what?
After their families, by the house of their father.
What the Lord say?
By the house of their father.
So by their father. So the father determines the seed. Okay? Now, that seed of an Edomite, that child is going to be an Edomite, even if it's with a black woman. Like if I have sex with an East Indian woman, that child will be Israelite because it comes from the father. So it's based off your father. So that child, if she has a child with a white man, he will be an Edomite biblically. Okay? Now, he cannot get saved. Why? Job 27 and 13.
this is the book of Job, chapter 27, and verse number 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with God.
So this is a portion that a wicked man is going to get.
In the heritage of oppression.
In the what?
In the heritage of oppression.
Now, brother, this is like oppression. This is oppression. So the oppressors are these people in Job 27. Talking about the white man. Okay?
Which they shall receive of the Almighty.
What?
Which they shall receive of the Almighty.
So they're going to receive that. The judgment. Read it.
If his children be multiplied.
If his what?
If his children be multiplied.
So if he have children,
it is for the sword.
What the Lord say?
It is for the sword.
So his children multiplied to be cut down.
And his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
What the Lord say?
His offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
So his offspring is going to be poor. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be put to death. So the children be multiplied just to go to war.
Verse 15. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death.
What the Lord say?
Those that remain of him shall be buried in death.
You can't get saved. The Bible says if you're an oppressor, you're going to be buried in death.
And his widows shall not weep.
And his what?
And his widows shall not weep.
So they ain't even going to be crying.
Though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay.
So he getting money, he getting resources. He's doing all these things in the earth.
He may prepare it, but the just shall put it on.
What the Lord say?
But the just shall put it on.
So all the gold, all the different things that the white man is saving up is going to be for the just. A lot of these bunkers and a lot of these houses full of goods is going to be given to the elect. And Lord, when that's these brothers up here, right? Con? So that's going to be given to brothers up here, man. They saving it up just for the just. Okay, so no, they cannot be saved.
Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18.
Right?
In the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
What the Lord say?
In the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
What the Lord say?
In the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
So Jacob is going to be a fire. A fire represents life. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 24. It represents his spirit. It's alive. It's not dead. You understand? A fire is alive. You feed it, it grows. You give it air, it grows. It's alive. It's moving. Deuteronomy 4:24.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse number 24.
Right.
For Yahweh, thy God, is a consuming fire.
What the Lord say?
For Yahweh, thy God, is a consuming fire.
So the Lord is likened unto a fire. So a fire is alive. It's breathing. It's there. It says, read up one time.
In the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
So the Jacob, the Israelites, they're going to be a fire. They're going to be alive. They're going to be thriving. They're going to last. They're going to be everlasting.
In the house of Joseph, a flame.
Right, so the house of Joseph, northern kingdom, southern kingdom.
In the house of Esau, for stubble.
What the Lord say?
In the house of Esau, for stubble.
A flame and a stubble. I mean, look at a rock. Look at a fire. It's moving. It's dwindling. The wind is blowing. Look at a rock. It's just there. So Esau is going to be destroyed. All of them. They're going to be destroyed. So it's no saving.
And they shall kindle in them.
And they shall what?
And they shall kindle in them.
Yeah, we're going to destroy them. We're going to take their place. We're going to take their household. We're going to rule in Europe again. We're going to rule back in Jerusalem again and be the kings and princesses of the earth.
And devour them.
And what?
And devour them.
So we're going to destroy them, like I said in Jeremiah. Because I'm going to make my people the battle axe.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
What the Lord say?
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
So they can't get saved if God says the biblical prophecy, none is going to remain. That whoever that child is, he might remain till he's 22, till he's 37, till he's 80, but eventually he gonna die. So no. Go back to Acts. So I go back to Ephesians 4:28.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse number 28. Let him that stole steal no more.
What the Lord say?
Let him that stole steal no more.
So you can't go around stealing, man. That's a command. That's an ordinance of war. You can't just be stealing. You can't kind of walk in the Kroger and say, "Give me this apple, I need it." You can't do that. Paul said, "Let him that stole steal no more." Can you read it?
But rather, let him labor.
What the Lord said?
But rather, let him labor.
So let him work. Put in labor. Get a
with his hands the thing which is good.
So you gotta work. I can't not work to make all my 13 wives have part-time jobs so I can sit on my buttocks and kind of relax. So you gotta work. Is it a question?
Yeah. My wife has a question. Our forefathers who died without knowing they were Israelites, can they be saved? And I guess to really add to that, being ignorant of the Bible, is that can you get some kind of grace? You know,
You said if they die not knowing.
they died, they didn't know they were Israelites. They wasn't keeping the commandments. They didn't do
My
what.
parents didn't know.
Yeah.
His grandmama never didn't know. His mama still don't know.
They probably had something like that on the wall, a picture like that on the wall. We talked about the thief on the cross had a certain grace, and those who gonna rise first.
Give me wisdom of Solomon. Hold that. Give me wisdom of Solomon 3:15.
You got a certain
Oh,
grace.
it's another one on one of Revelations.
Romans chapter 8, verse 33.
Right?
Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect?
What the Lord say?
Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect?
Right?
Is it God that justifies?
Right, so the Lord justified. So ultimately, I can't say they're not going to get saved. Why? I'm going to put a precept. Read that. Wisdom of Solomon 3:15.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse number 15.
Bring it out.
This the people saw and understood it not.
Right?
Neither laid they up with neither laid they up this in their minds,
Right.
that his grace and mercy is with his saints.
What the Lord say?
That his grace and mercy is with his saints.
So who am I to lay a charge to the elect? I can't say a grandfather is he gonna never make it and he gonna be destroyed. I can't say that. I'm not the judge of that matter. But you know, grace and mercy is to Israel. We know it is possible. Now, I'm gonna go to another precept. Give me Revelations 14 and 12.
Revelations 14 and 12. And it reads, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
So we know we gotta get saved through the faith and the commandments of God.
And the faith of Mashiach Yahushua. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead.
What the Lord say?
Blessed are the dead, which die in the Lord from henceforth.
Right, so blessed are the dead die from henceforth.
Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.
What the Lord say?
And their works do follow
So
them.
your works will follow you. You understand? I don't know the works that your grandfather did in his past life. He could have been zealous for the Lord. He could have been poor. I don't know that. So it's really through the Spirit. It's really through, what was his works throughout his whole life? Because you're not going to get judged just off this life. You get judged from every life you live. And so, I can't say that. Like, can I say that the African Americans that didn't wear their fringes in slavery, they're wicked, and they was forced to eat pork, they're not going to get saved? I can't say that. I want to let the Lord judge that. God is powerful.
That's right.
God sees your works. He sees your faith. John 9. John 9.
It's the book of John, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Right.
And as Yahweh Shai passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
What the Lord say?
Which was blind from his
He
birth.
was blind from his birth. Now, man, I said, well, God, how would you make him blind from his birth? What did he do? Right, read.
Verse 2. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin?
What the Lord said?
Who did sin?
So they're saying, who sinned?
This man or his parents?
What the Lord say?
This man or his parents?
How could a baby sin? He don't even know the law. He don't know anything. This is talking about his past life. This is talking about all his lives, his work. Because that man couldn't sin as a baby at that moment. You have to be talking about his past life.
This also shows you that that could have been punishment for his parents' transgression as well. They were aware of that. So sometimes we suffer from what our parents have done. Right?
So ultimately, that showed
Now, verse 3, Yahweh shall answer, neither hath this man sinned nor his parents.
So he didn't sin in his past life. He didn't do nothing.
But that the works of God should be made manifest in him.
So he was made blind just to get healed.
I must work the works of him that sent me.
So I must do these miracles in the Father that sent me.
While it is day, the night cometh when no man can work.
So ultimately your works follow. I can't say that it's up to the mercy of the Most High. It could be, because there is a he got a scripture for y'all too.
This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 2. Hear, O Lord, and have mercy, for thou art merciful and have pity upon us, because we have sinned before thee. For thou endurest forever, and we perish utterly. O Lord Almighty, thou God of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead Israelites and of their children, which have sinned before thee, and not hearken unto the voice of their God, for the which cause these plagues cleave unto us. Remember not the iniquities of our forefathers, but think upon thy power and thy name at this time. So you can make prayer for them, make supplication for them. Most High have mercy.
I pray for when my grandfather died, I prayed for him. I'm like, Lord, you know, he might have been in Christianity, you know, but I mean, he was faithful to the Bible. He was in Christianity. Lord could, I mean, he could be up there talking with the Lord. I'm like, Lord, I didn't know this.
He never was a church person. You know, when he died to his last breath, he looked up and he said, I love you, Lord. He started crying. I love you.
That's repentance. You be mad at me that account.
And I'm like, I was surprised. I was amazed, like, what? That's true.
Hey, you know, now we're not going to get into Christianity with deathbed repentance, meaning everybody can repent. I can just sin like Emmett Till, that white woman from Emmett Till, kind of say, yeah, he never looked at me. You know, I'm not going to say that, but I mean, the Lord did have mercy on them two thieves.
This is Matthew chapter 27 and verse number 44. It says, the thieves also, which were crucified with him, cast the same in his teeth. Right. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land, and unto the 9th hour. Yahweh Shai cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. This is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, this man calleth for Elias.
Right. So they're thinking this guy is crazy. He's calling for Elias because Elijah's name in the Hebrew is Allah, my God. So they're like, he's calling for a prophet. They're carnal. He's calling for Elijah. Right, keep reading.
Reading on, it says, some of them, verse 48, and straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. God, I'm trying to find it.
Might be a John. I think it said John. I don't think it's either Matthew or
when the thief that was on the cross fetched to you.
Nevertheless, I think it's John. John, because it's like paradise. That's right. Something with me in paradise. I said we got love. Real quick. Yeah, I can't find right now. But nevertheless, Luke 23.
God, I'm gonna start at verse number 39. God, this is the book of Luke, chapter 23 and verse number 39. And one of the malefactors which were hanged railed on him, saying, If thou be Christ, save thyself and us. But the other answering rebuked him, saying, Dost not thou fear God, seeing thou art in the same condemnation?
Right, aren't you fearing God? Aren't we getting judged right now? Why would you say that?
And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds.
Right, so we receive the reward of what we did.
But this man hath done nothing amiss. And he said unto Yahushua, the Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom.
Right, so it said, remember when you get to the kingdom.
And Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise.
So you mean you're going to be with me in heaven. Okay, so nevertheless, you can't, I mean, I wouldn't say Israelite can't repent any time. Israelites is just different. They got a different type of person. Okay, any other questions? Yeah, oh, you had a voice line. You had a voice.
That's why, just a little bit of exhortation. That's why you just gotta live as an Israelite. You gotta live for them. Like in a way, when they pass and they all gone, they're gonna see mercy according to what the Lord gives them. But you gotta start being better for yourself. You gotta start breaking the curses from your stance, continuing on down, teaching the children. So now you can start being a true Israelite. For example, like when my grandfather was in the hospital before he died, he saw my fringes and he was laughing, he was happy about it. He's like, oh yeah, I know what goes on. But he wasn't necessarily coming into the faith. He was still stuck in his own ways. But you gotta start living for the Most High, and that's how you continue. That's how you make your mercy for them. You gotta start living for the future for yourself.
Hey, before my grandfather died, I used to get him. He's like, well, I am a Jew. Yeah, he said, I'm a Jew. You got me. Right. And I said, well, what type of Jew, brother? He said, I'm a spiritual Jew. I said, brother, why, brother? He kind of said, Acts 10, we can eat everything clean. I went to Acts 10 and 28. He said, oh, well, yeah, it kind of don't say that, But, it do say that, say cleanse. So it's like they want to listen, but God just doesn't give him that spirit at that time. So you got any other questions?
No, but what was that scripture you just said, Acts 10, you can eat everything clean? Or
yeah, he was using Christianity and using a translation of Acts 10, which goes off and say you can eat anything you want because God has cleaned it, but that's not true.
Like girl was on YouTube, saying that about you.
Yeah, you can't eat pork. No, you cannot eat pork. If Jesus Christ didn't eat pork, you can't eat pork.
So what significance was the dream that, who had the dream saying they came down?
The question, sister,
yeah.
Just say this. Give me Acts 10. Give me Hosea chapter 8 and 8. Hold that. Go to Acts 10. I don't want to read the whole count, but you can start when Peter got. Start when he got. He started one. Stay on the Sabbath day. He fell into a trance. Start at one.
It's the book of Acts chapter 10 and verse number. I'll start at 9. Verse 9. It says, on the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. Right. And he became very hungry.
He became what?
And he became very hungry.
So he's hungry. You ever go to sleep in a trance hungry? It's probably the dream or something's going to be about that. Really?
And would have eaten.
And what?
And would have eaten.
So he would have eaten.
But while they made ready, he fell into a trance.
He's what?
He fell into a trance.
So this is not literally happening. Peter fell into a trance. I fell into a trance in that building. So I kind of know what it's like. It kind of just happened. You can be trying to get up, and it's like it's like a movie. Like everything changed. Like see, you know what I'm saying? So,
and saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descending onto him.
So a certain vessel was descending,
and it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners.
So let's go into that. Give me Hosea 8 and 8, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I want to wait. I'm gonna break that down in a minute. Keep reading.
And let down to the earth.
Right. So it's let down to the earth. It's neat shit. 4 corners on it. It's more to that, but I'm gonna wait till I tell you something.
Wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth and wild beasts.
So it's a bunch of unclean animals and beasts.
And creeping things and fowls of the air.
So it's fowls of the air, creeping things. Keep reading.
And there came a voice to him, Rise, Peter, kill and eat.
What the Lord say?
Kill and eat.
So he's hungry. He fell into a trance. Now the Lord is saying, eat these beasts. Eat this damn snake. Eat this rabbit. Eat this camel. Eat it. Eat it, Peter. What did Peter say? What did a righteous man say? And what did a follower of Christ say? What did the rock of the church say?
And Peter said, Not so, Lord.
What the Lord say?
Not so, Lord.
What the Lord say?
Not so, Lord.
He said, No, Lord. The Lord, it's like the Lord says to son, eat this pork. I am out. You said no. No, I'm not doing that. That's because he knows that the Lord wouldn't tell him to do that. The Lord wouldn't tell him to do that. That's how level the son.
For I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean.
That is what?
That is common or unclean.
So it don't say cleanse, it say common or unclean. He don't eat common beasts, he don't eat uncommon, unclean beasts. Okay? So he told the Lord, no, I'm not eating these unclean animals. Even in the dream, he didn't even consent to sit in the dream, in the trance like.
And the voice spake unto him again the second time. What God hath cleansed, that call not thou common.
Right, so what God has cleansed, don't call it regular, don't call that common.
This was done thrice.
This is what?
This was done thrice.
So we know 3 in the Bible is for emphasis, okay? So this was done 3 times for emphasis. Keep going, keep reading.
And the vessel was received up again into heaven.
So it rose back up into heaven.
Now while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean.
What did he say?
While Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean.
He's like, what does this mean? Is God saying we eat pork? What's the point of this, Lord? Just show me.
Behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius.
Some from what?
From Cornelius.
You got certain men from Cornelius. Cornelius was a Gentile, but he wasn't a blood-born heathen. He was a Jew in a Gentile state of mind. He had a vision and a trance to send people to Peter's house and bring him to Joppa, which is south of Jerusalem. Okay, you read it?
Cornelius had made inquiry for Simon's house and stood before the gate.
So he had men go to Simon's house, Peter's house.
It says, and called and asked whether Simon, which was surnamed Peter, were lodged there.
Right, was Peter here?
While Peter thought on the vision, the Spirit said unto him, Behold, 3 men seek thee. Right. Arise therefore and get thee down.
That's kind of like arise, kill and eat. Arise and get thee down. It's the same verbiage, okay? So go to these men. What do you say?
Arise therefore and get thee down. And go with them, doubting nothing.
Doubting what?
Doubting nothing.
So he said, go to these men, don't question it, don't doubt it.
For I have sent them. Then Peter went down to the men which were sent unto him from Cornelius.
So he went to the men
and said, Behold, I am he whom you seek. What is the cause wherefore ye are come?
Right, so what is the reason you're here?
And they said, Cornelius the centurion, a just man.
A what?
A just man.
The Edomites, the other nations, we know they're not just. Pursuing the Proverbs 6 and 16, Job 27 and 13, Revelations 2 and 9, Revelations 3 and 9, Malachi 1 and 1, Romans 9 and 13. I mean, when does the list start? Okay, Psalms 36, Job 20 and 15. It don't end. Okay? So the just men are the Israelites. Can you read it?
Cornelius the centurion, a just man, right, and one that feareth God.
That what?
And one that feareth God.
Psalms to the 36 and verse 1. You gotta grab it.
Gotta bring it.
Job 36 and verse 1. Because the nations don't fear God. Right? He made himself God in Jesus. How do you fear God if you make yourself alive? If you don't fear God. Read Psalms 36 and verse 1.
Psalms 36, verse 1. The transgression of the wicked saith within my heart.
Right, so this is what the Esau, the nations say within their mind.
That there is no fear of God before his eyes.
What the Lord say?
There is no fear of God before his eyes.
So they don't fear God. Can you read it?
For he flattereth himself in his own eyes.
In his what?
In his own eyes.
He flattereth himself. I'm Esau. I got the sword. I am deaf. I told you the Roman guy who made the Russian guy who made the nuke. He said, I become deaf. I am deaf. He flattering himself. I'm deaf now. Can you read it? Destroyer of wars.
Until his iniquity be found to be hatred.
Give me the book of Job to the 20 and verse 15, man. It's like 21 and 15. It should be 21 and 15. What's going on? You think this makes sense? You got a question about this?
I agree with you 100%.
You agree with it? The white man, the devil?
Yep.
Okay, is this your grandmother?
Yep. She is.
Oh, what's up?
I'm Mexican. She's biracial. She's got black in her Mexican.
Is my dad black? Yes, sir.
Okay, so he's black. So I'm not gonna cut off your question, brother, but I will, and I'm gonna go back to that, okay? He's gonna teach the new sheep. Okay? So can we show y'all? You said she's Mexican too?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that Mexicans are the children of God. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you ever heard of the Battle of Issachar, sister? You ever heard of the Battle of Issachar? The Battle of Issachar was when the Mexicans fought against the Spaniards. And the Aztecs, they fought against the Spaniards for the city called Issachar. Issachar, go back to the Hebrew word Issachar, sister. You know that? The so-called Aztecs are the Issacharites. You got a question. How did the Mexicans know how to offer up offerings? Now they did sacrifice children and babies, but how did they know how to do sacrifices? Because they were Israelites. They was God's chosen.
Oh, okay.
They was, they people, you understand? Give me let's go to the book.
We got to go, but I'm going to tell you what my aunt said. And it's just a joke. Only Mexicans are going to heaven. She's dead and gone.
Israelite, okay?
So I don't know where she's going because she's got a little bit of everything. My dad, she'd be a Heinz 57.
Where it is? You're a daughter of God. You're a daughter of the Most High. You gotta repent, keep the commandments, okay? So look into that. And it's Abuela. What's grandmother in Spanish?
Abuelita.
Okay, you have a nice day too.
You too.
You got something to say? You got something to say too. Say what your aunt said.
She said only Mexicans are going to heaven. But she's
the only Mexicans what?
Going to heaven. But she was from Mexico. So, that's what she's 93. She died a couple months ago. It was just a joke.
That's not true. But, you would be Israelite from the tribe of Issachar.
Like I said, I don't know where she's going to go because she's a Heinz 57.
Well, hold on now. No. Her father's a so-called black man. He's a Judite. So the Judites are the Israelites, and the Hispanics are the Israelites.
Well, I know Jesus isn't a white man.
Okay,
we all know that.
Well, I'm saying smart. That she is going to get saved if she repent, because she is an Israelite. She has that grace and mercy is given to her. She can be grafted back in, like it said in Romans 9 and verse 3.
Okay, we're trying to make it back to the casino area, and we got to get back on the expressway to go back home.
All right.
Nice talking.
All right.
God bless you guys.
It's just crystals. Yeah, that's a new thing. Only Mexicans get it saved. Okay, go back to what had you? Go to Job 21 and 15. Job 21 and 15. We're going to Acts 10. Job 21 and 15. Job 21 and 15.
Job to the 21, verse 15.
Right.
Read. What is the Almighty? 14.
So this scripture is showing that the spirit of the nations, of the Gentiles, of the other people, this is showing their spirit. They said Cornelius was a just man who feared God, meaning he feared God, he kept the commandments. We're reading scriptures that show that the other nations don't fear God. Read that, Job 21 and 14.
Therefore, they say unto God.
Go up one more. 13.
Verse 13. They spend their days in wealth.
So maybe start at 10. There's a lot on that. Man. Start at 14. It's like.
Therefore, they say unto God,
right?
Depart from us.
What the Lord say?
Depart from us.
So this is what the Edomites, the Elamites, the Persians, they say, depart from us. I want Sheba. I want the rock. I want money. Right? Amalek named his son sorry, Esau named his son Eliphaz, meaning my God is gold. I mean, he don't want the Lord. My God is gold. My power is money. That's Eliphaz, man. That's his grandson. So they don't want the Lord. You read it?
For we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
So we what?
We do not desire the knowledge of thy ways.
So they don't desire the knowledge of the Lord. They desire, sex and lust and shaving their beards off. You read it?
What is the Almighty that we should serve him?
What'd he say?
What is the Almighty that we should serve
So
him?
they say, who is the Almighty? How can you say, who is the Almighty? Yeah, we say, he's Almighty. Who is the Almighty that we should serve? I don't know him. Because his face has been hid. You understand?
And what profit should we have if we pray unto him?
So what's the profit do I get from praying unto Yahweh? That's what the nation says. Can you read it?
Lo, their good is not in their hand.
Right.
The counsel of the wicked is far from me.
What the Lord say?
The counsel of the wicked is far from me.
So they're far from the Lord. Okay? So Cornelius was an Israelite because he feared God. He was a just man. He kept the commandments. He prayed. He is an Israelite. He is not another nation. Go back to the past.
Verse number 22, read it on. It says, and he was of a good report among all the nation of the Jews.
But what?
He was of a good report among all the nation of the Jews.
So he had a good name. Can you read it?
Was warned from God by an holy angel,
right,
to send for thee into his house.
So they telling him the story. He was warned by God to send an angel into the house.
And to hear words of thee. Then called he them in and lodged them. Right. The morrow Peter went away with them, and certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him.
So now go down to verse 28. So let's get the point. 28.
Verse number 28.
It's not a 27.
Verse 27. And as he talked with them, he went in and found many that were come together. And he said unto them, ye know how that it is an unlawful thing.
What the Lord say?
It is an unlawful thing.
So it's an unlawful thing
for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation.
So you can't keep company with those of another nation.
Say what?
You can't join among yourself with another nation. That's what Peter said. That's literally what Peter said. Come on, say what? Say okay, can I finish?
It says, but God has shewed me.
What the Lord say?
But God has shewed me.
God has shown me
that I should not call any man.
What the Lord say?
That I should not call any man.
What the scripture say?
That I should not call any man.
So God has shown Peter that he shall not call any man
common or unclean.
So that vision was about men. Real quick, Hosea 8 and 8. That vessel.
Ma'am. Tell him not to talk.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hosea 8 and 8. Hosea 8 and 8.
Hosea chapter 8 verse 8. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles.
What the Lord say?
They shall be among the Gentiles.
Right, as what?
As a vessel wherein there is no pleasure.
So the northern kingdom are now, they personify as that vessel with no pleasure, okay? So nevertheless, that Gentile, that meat was representing the northern kingdom of Israel and them being coming back into the fold. I can't call them unclean. I can't say I can't be around them because they are Jews. They are Israelites. They are Jews. Okay? So that vision and trance was about men. All right, brother. Shalom. Lord, let me see you again. All right? Look at the book of Luke, chapter 11, and verse 9. So go back to this. What's your name? I want to just do the scripture, all right?
Yeah, you can go over a little bit.
Book of Luke chapter 11 and verse number 9.
Right.
And I say unto you, ask, and it shall be given you.
Right.
Seek, and ye shall find.
Right.
Knock, and it shall be open unto you.
So we see you trying to seek, man. You're trying to seek the Lord, man. You're trying to knock on the doors, man. You know, you trying to knock on the door, sister? You trying to give me Psalms 111 and verse 10. Give me Psalms 111 and verse 10. So, you know, it's going to give you some little exhortation. Psalms 111 and 10.
Psalms 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
What the Lord say?
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
So we see you fear the Lord. We say, hold on, God's going to destroy me if I wear pants. That's a sin. I can't do that anymore. That's repentance.
A good understanding have all day that do his commandments.
What the Lord say?
A good understanding have all day that do his commandments.
So when you keep the commandments, you get understanding. Now the Lord might say, you know what? What's your sister? What's your name, sister?
Anika. You call me Nika, yeah.
Okay, Anika. Kind of sound like Anika. But the Lord might say, you know, Anika, you know, hey, you know, I see you change. I see your works. You know, I see you got your faith with the works. I like that. You know, so you know what? I'm gonna give us some good. I'm gonna Solomon 1. Start at 5. She kind of came on here another Sabbath day. She put on she kind of drove up here. She kind of drove up here.
Caught the bus down.
She kind of caught the bus down here. She said, I'm going to catch the bus. I'm going to get on. I'm going to get down there and hear what they're talking about. Let's hear about that word. All right? Should be 1 and 5.
Wisdom of Psalms at the 1 verse 5. With the Holy Spirit, of discipline will lead deceit,
right,
and remove from thoughts that are without understanding.
So that are without understanding. You read it?
And will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. Verse 6. For wisdom is a loving spirit,
right,
and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For God is a witness of his reigns, and a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his thoughts.
So the Lord's not going to be in the spirit that the soul that the CB is supposed to follow. All that noise. Read that one more time, man. Going off the speaker. You got no certain people you can't fish. You kind of feel what they own understanding. I know that's good.
And they took
let that go.
That's because they took
Let that fish go.
But that's why they was who ended up dying.
Verse 6. For wisdom is a loving spirit.
What the Lord say?
For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For God is witness of his reigns, and a true beholder of his heart. For into a malicious soul.
What the Lord say?
For into a malicious soul.
So worldly soul, a wicked soul.
Wisdom shall not enter.
What the Lord say?
Wisdom shall not enter.
So wisdom is not going to dwell in that type of soul. If your soul loves to be a homosexual, it's like, I just love the Hershey Highway, you know, you're not going to get wisdom, man. You're going to be a bugged out freak, a bugged out whore. You got porn star, you know, I love being a star. I love the camera and men just doing me a certain way. Wisdom is not going to go into you. So that's a good thing.
That's big facts. I've been watching people like, this is the way for sure.
Like, you know, this is the way, you know. So you started coming out here, you heard these Israelites?
No, I actually been, I was part of IUIC like, a while ago, a long time ago. And yeah, I kind of went away. I did go away.
Brought you back.
So you kind of heard some brothers talking about it. He's like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know it's right.
A reminder.
Yeah, I know for sure it's right. That's how when old dude was up here talking about like you can change the word and stuff like that. You can't change the word. It is what it is. Whether you can say you ain't following it, that's more respect. But the word is what it is. It stands as it is.
You got some, you know, you used to wear like when you was in IUIC, you wore fringes too.
Yeah, fringes with I had my headdress on. The women was on one side, and the men was on the other side.
What happened to like your friend? You got any more fringe dresses?
No, I got fringes though. I'm working on it.
Oh, I was just out there.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of see our sewing them on. You gotta kind of do sewing them on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got any questions?
I really don't.
You got any questions about, you know, what they taught? You got any questions of what's right? You know?
No, I pretty much know what's right. I love the Bible. So,
I got a question.
Yeah.
Just to see what's going on. You know, and it don't have, this is something to speak about.
Yeah.
So, do they teach you that a man can have more than one wife?
Not that I know of.
They didn't teach you that you couldn't do that?
No, I ain't never know nothing about that.
Okay, you know, we just heard of that before, you know. And we would say, you know, according to the Bible.
Different people teach differently.
Yeah, according to the Bible, it don't really say that.
It ain't never say that.
You see that?
You know, that was like, that's a sin, and you're trying to justify the sin, even though he just did it, because they try to use David and other things. But
you saying it is a sin?
Yeah, that's a sin.
You saying it's a sin?
To have multiple women. Sin.
Okay, can we show you how that's not true?
That's cool, go ahead.
Okay, read the book of Exodus chapter 21 and verse 15.
Because my whole thought is, if you can take care of the woman, it don't make no difference.
So, are you saying it's okay if a man can take care of both of them?
That's my personal opinion, yeah.
Okay, so I will say though, so you saying it's a sin if I get another wife, if I get two wives?
According to my understanding of what they taught me, but my personal own opinion is, if I can take care of them, it don't matter.
Well, your opinion is in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
So they teach that, and it's not a diss to our brothers in IYC, but we just don't see the scriptures the same way.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to read the scriptures. Give me Matthew 25:1. Give me 1 John chapter 3, verse 4 first. 1 John 3 and 4. I want to get numbers 22.
Because like, I have people that talk about, you know, like the hood dudes talk about it, but they not practicing it as it should be practiced. They just trying to...
Right, just trying to pop it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a wicked. I mean, give me some rack 39.
Man's an overload.
Give me some rack 39 should be 28. Okay. And I want to get precept slip.
She gonna be like, I thought you was coming. Hold on, I'm getting the good stuff real quick. I need the good stuff real quick. Give me like 30 pounds.
Give me 1 John. It's so many precepts. 1 John 3 and 4. Grab 1 John 3 and 4. Give me 1 John 3 and 4. So polygamy is lawful. Okay, it's not true. It's not true. It's a sin. That would contradict the words of God. And I heard the brother Nathaniel say that. And I saw him literally say it. I'm going to say no, that's not true. We're going to read the words of God real quick. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. I know I'll pull it out. Isaiah 8 and 20 real quick. I really want Isaiah 8 and 20 in the NLT. It's like, let me grab it.
It's Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20.
Right?
And it reads in the NLT, look to God's instructions.
What the Lord say?
Look to God's instructions.
Right, and the law is the instruction. You read it?
And teachings.
Right?
People who contradict his word.
What the Lord say?
People who contradict his word.
What the Lord say?
People who contradict his word.
People who contradict his word
are completely in the dark.
What the Lord say?
Are completely in the dark.
So you can't contradict the words of God. If you start contradicting, you're in the dark. You're groping that new day. Okay? So you can't contradict the words of God. Give me 1 John 3 and 4. Let's kick it off. 1 John 3 and 4.
Book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 4.
No.
Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law.
What the Lord say?
Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law.
So you're in sin when you transgress the law. Keep reading.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
For sin is what?
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So you're only in sin when you transgress the law. Okay? So to say a brother's in sin because he gets another wife is madness. Okay, give me Proverbs 30 and verse 5.
Proverbs chapter 30 and verse number 5. And it reads, every word of God is pure.
What the Lord say?
Every word of God is pure.
So the whole Bible is pure.
He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him.
What's 6 say?
Verse number 6. Add thou not unto his word.
What the Lord say?
Add thou not unto his words.
What man can't do?
Add thou not unto his words.
So we cannot add to his words, man. Why?
Lest he reprove thee.
What the Lord say?
Lest he reprove
and
thee.
And the Lord can reprove you through the prophets, through the saints, through an Israelite, through a prospect, through another camp. The Lord can reprove you through different people. You cannot add to the word. You got brothers saying Yahweh Shai is the God of the Old Testament, man. That's blasphemy. Salakia, that's blasphemy.
Well, I don't personally know what they believe. I personally just read the Bible. Like the Bible.
I'm just going to give you a law, man. So, no, you can't. You cannot add to the words of God. Okay. Now, give me the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 15.
Exodus 21 verse 15.
No.
And he that smitteth his father,
right,
or his mother,
right,
shall be surely put to death.
What the Lord say?
Shall surely be put to death.
15. 20 and 15. Give me this Matthew 25.
Matthew chapter 25 and verse 1.
Go.
Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins.
What the Lord say?
Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins.
So how is the kingdom of heaven going to be likened unto 10 virgins? 10 women, what?
Which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
To the what?
To meet the bridegroom.
The bridegroom is one man. It didn't say bridegrooms. It said the kingdom of heaven is like until 10 women born and get married to a husband. How is polygamy a sin? Why would God compare the kingdom of heaven to sin? Why would he compare it to idolatry and wickedness? Why would he compare it to lust? Because you can do that. The whole parable is about 10 women and only 5 women made it. So, I mean, it's literally talking about a polygamous marriage. Okay? You know that? Yeah. Exodus 21 and 10. Read the Exodus 21 and 10.
Exodus 21 verse 10.
Right?
If he take him another way.
What the Lord say?
If he take him another way.
What the Lord say?
If he take him another way.
So the Bible say if he take him another way. Okay? Why does it say if? Because he can. It's like me saying, if he eats lamb, if he eats chicken, it's all lawful. It don't matter which one he eats, but say if, meaning because he can choose. If what?
If he take him another way,
right.
Her food, her raiment, her food, her raiment,
her food, her clothing,
and her duty of marriage.
What the Lord say?
And her duty of marriage.
Meaning to have sex with her. You can't gotta have sex with another wife. Say, you know what? Nah, her womb is not shut up. I don't want to lay with her no more.
I don't got no problem. Like you gonna, cause some of these people be out here. If you can't even take care of one woman, then you trying to go get another one, bro. Like, oh, that ain't how God works, bro. You trying to talk that stuff, but that ain't how that works, bro.
So you gotta read that one more time.
If he take him another way, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall not be diminished.
Her raiment and her duty of marriage shall not be diminished. You can have her as a wife, but you can't take away her food. You gotta provide for her food, provide for her clothing, and still have sex with her. Now this don't say, if my second wife say I want a Hellcat, why you ain't get it? You're not providing. It's not saying that. Because the things that I have to provide for is food, clothing, and having sex with her, and having a house. I mean, technically, verbatim don't say that, but I would advise a brother, you should have a house. That's common sense. Yeah. So if you have these things, he can have more than one wife. Now, give me Sirach 39 and verse 27.
Book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 27. Get out. All these things are for good to the God.
What the Lord say?
All these things are for good to the God.
So all things are good for the godly. Polygamy is good for the godly. Polygamy is good for the righteous.
So to the sinners, they are turned into evil.
What the Lord say?
So to the sinners, they are turned into evil.
What the Lord say?
So to the sinners, they are turned into evil.
So a sinner can find anything good and make it evil. Right? They make lamb evil. They put pork and bacon sauce. They're making it evil. Lamb isn't off. You know what I'm saying? Gold isn't off, but men start worshiping and bowing to it. The snow isn't off, but men start making snowmans and Christmas tree. So these things aren't made evil. The wicked make it into an evil thing. So it's not wrong. David had a wife.
But he took care of.
Took care of him. He taught him. I don't think David's up there with 8 wives saying, yeah, go do what you do. I'm here with my other feet. David didn't have a side chick spirit. I think a lot of times sisters kind of think that's what it is, and it's not. You literally have 2 women. You need Ephesians 5 and 25.
That's the problem, is they try to make it a side chick thing. It's just like you hiding, and you a grown ass man. What you hiding for? Like if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. Do what the fuck you want to. Don't hide.
This book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 25. If we live in the Spirit, let us walk also in the Spirit. Let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another.
Galatians, Ephesians 5 and 25.
This book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 25. It says, husbands, love your wives.
What the Lord say?
Husbands, love your wives. Even as Hamashiach also loved the church.
Now what? I'm gonna speak game real quick. If it's supposed to be like, give me.
God, and it reads, and gave himself for it.
Read it one more time.
And gave himself for it. Husbands, love your wives, even as Hamashiach also loved the church.
So Christ loved the church. Love your wives as Christ loved the church, right?
And gave himself for it.
So I will pursue this to I will be on offense. Did Christ have multiple churches? Did Christ not have Ephesus? He had Pergamos. He had Smyrna. He had multiple churches. So I mean, to a degree, Christ was in a polygamy. He had the church of Corinth. So it was a polygamous spiritual marriage.
Most High had 2 wives.
It's not just one church in Jerusalem. No, he had multiple churches, man. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Most High was married to Judah and Israel.
Yeah, literally, Most High is married to Judah.
I'm gonna go read it afterwards anyways.
So ultimately, you gotta just say, it's not a sin. That would be, give me Deuteronomy 14. It's like, give me Deuteronomy 14, Revelation 22 and 14, and I'm gonna close. If you got no other questions, I'm gonna close out after this, okay?
I'm good, I'm listening.
Romans 4 verse 2. You shall not add unto the word.
What the Lord say?
You shall not add unto the word.
Because if it's a sin, David's a sinner. You gotta add, hold on, David, you're not that righteous. You had 6 sins, you married 6 other wives, wicked. Jacob is wicked. I mean, Israel wouldn't even be here. Abraham, damn sinner. No man is gonna go to Abraham.
And then he would have cursed his kids. He never cursed his kids until he actually did sin for real.
See that? Right, yeah. Hey, Moses is what I wanted to get. Moses had an Ethiopian wife, man. Now she was a heathen, but then Miriam. I gotta get it. Give me Numbers 20. I gotta get it. Give me Numbers 20, man. Give me Numbers 20 and it said revile the gods. It kinda said, why does he have an Ethiopian wife?
Exodus 22 and 28.
Okay, 22. See that?
This is the book of Exodus chapter 22 and verse 28.
So it's another one. I'm about to grab it. It's in numbers. That's what I'm saying. It's in numbers. It's in numbers. Because she got cursed with leprosy. It's in numbers.
So you talking about when his sister had said something about his wife and she had to go outside the camp.
Numbers 12 and 1.
God, I got it. This book of Numbers chapter 12 and verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married. Whom he had married.
And he already had a wife. So this is his second wife.
For he had married an Ethiopian woman. Right. And they said, had Yahweh indeed spoken only by Moses?
What did he say?
Had Yahweh indeed spoken only by Moses?
The reason they was really mad is because he got an Ethiopian wife. What are you doing? Did the Lord only dealing with you, Moses. What about me? Me, a Levite dog. Right, we read it.
Hath he not spoken also by us?
Right.
And Yahweh heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek.
What the Lord say?
Now the man Moses was very meek.
He was humble. He wasn't private. Read it.
Above all the men which were upon the face of the earth.
Right. He was the humblest man on the earth at that time.
And Yahweh spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And Yahweh came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle.
So it was a form of a figure of an angel coming down the pillar of the UFO.
And called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision.
What?
In a vision.
So if there be a prophet among you, he gonna get a vision, he gonna get a dream.
And will speak unto him in a dream.
Right.
My servant Moses is not so.
Right. My servant Moses is not even like that. What did he say about it? He put him on a higher level. You read it?
Who is faithful in all mine house.
Who is what?
Who is faithful in all mine house.
We believe.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth.
What the Lord say?
With him will I speak mouth to mouth.
So he speak mouth to mouth, man. Moses starts speaking the words of the Lord, man. He said, hey, it's a different level, man. It's a different type of guy right here. I speak him mouth to mouth. The Lord say, Moses say this, he say it.
It says, and not in dark speeches.
Right? And not, he's speaking plainly.
In the similitude of Yahweh shall he behold.
Right?
Wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses.
What's he say?
Wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses.
Why wasn't you scared to speak against Moses? Why you wasn't scared? I speak to him face to face. I speak to him word to word. You just kind of just started talking to Moses, man.
Verse 9, and the anger of Yahweh was kindled against them.
So he was mad at them.
And he departed.
Right?
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous.
What the Lord say?
Miriam became leprous.
What the Lord say?
Miriam became leprous.
So she became leprous as snow.
White as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
She was what?
She was leprous.
She was what?
She was leprous.
When we see Edomites in these nations, they're leprous. He said she was leprous. Behold, she's leprous. She's unclean. You read it?
And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us.
So he tried to repent. So ultimately, that Moses can have another wife, man. He wasn't in sin. Are you charging a man of God with sin? The man that knew the law? So I wouldn't say that, you know. But I'm going to close out with these last precepts, all right? Also, like Exodus 22.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 28. Thou shalt not revile the gods.
What the Lord say?
Thou shalt not revile the gods.
Right, so sisters shouldn't have their own camp. And we the Hebrew Israelite sisters. We against all men in polygamy. Yo, quick, give me the book of Samuel. No, we're not dealing with a sister camp. And she kind of give me the book of Samuel. You know, we prophesy like Phillips. No, so we not doing that spirit. So you can't revile the God. And the Lord said what he said, and that's plain. That's really it.
Ruler of thy people.
You got people who are mad about that. Okay? Now, Moses and precept. Give me the book of Psalms, chapter 109 and verse 15. Give me the book of 2nd Chronicles, chapter 15 and verse 3. Psalms 109 and 15.
Psalms 109 verse 15. Let them be before the Lord Yahweh continually.
What the Lord say?
Let them be before the Lord Yahweh continually.
Keep reading.
That they may cut off the memory of them from the earth.
So we're going to cut off the Edomite nations. We're going to cut off these nations in their memory. Keep reading.
Because that he remembered not to show mercy.
What the Lord say?
He remembered not to show mercy.
So Esau didn't remember to show mercy. Esau don't give us mercy. He gives us nothing but oppression. It's what makes us mad, which means crazy. Keep reading.
But persecuted the poor and needy.
What the Lord say?
But persecuted the poor and needy.
So he's persecuting the poor, the needy. Keep reading.
The poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart.
That he might what?
Even slay the broken in heart.
Keep reading.
Verse 17. As he loved cursing, so let it come unto him.
What the Lord say?
Let it come unto him.
What the Lord say?
Let it come unto him.
Let the cursing come back to these witches of Endor, these nations, these Edomites, these Amalekites, Bill Gates. Keep reading.
As he delighted not in blessing.
What the Lord say?
As he delighted not in blessing.
So he didn't bless us. He didn't give us no mercy. He threw a curse. Let the curse come upon him. Let him be remembered. Keep reading.
So let it be far from him.
Right?
As he clothed himself with cursing.
What the Lord say?
As he clothed himself with cursing.
Keep reading.
Like as with his garment, so it become into his bowels like water, and like oil into his bones.
Keep reading.
Let it be unto him as a garment which covereth him for a girdle wherewith he was girded continually. Let this be the reward of my adversary.
So what?
Let this be the reward of my adversary.
So the adversaries are going to get this judgment. Real quick, just like give me 2 Chronicles 15.
It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the word.
What the Lord say?
Preach the word.
What the Lord say?
Preach the word.
Preach the what?
Preach the word.
Preach the who?
Preach the word.
Preach the what?
Preach the word.
Read it.
Be instant in season.
What the Lord say?
Be instant in
Let's
season.
go home.
Be instant in season.
It's wintertime.
Be instant in season.
It's hot.
Be instant in
It's
season.
the Sabbath.
Be instant in season.
Right?
Out of season. Reprove. Rebuke.
What the Lord say?
Reprove. Rebuke.
What the Lord say?
Reprove. Rebuke.
Keep reading.
Exhort with all long suffering.
What the Lord say?
Exhort with all long suffering.
Keep reading.
And doctrine.
And what?
And doctrine.
And who?
And doctrine.
Keep reading.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound
What
doctrine.
the Lord say?
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Keep reading.
But after their own lust.
After the what?
But after their own lust.
Keep reading.
Shall they heap to themselves teachers.
Right?
Having itching ears.
Having what?
Having itching ears.
Having who?
Having itching ears.
So don't hate to these itching teachers, man. Go on to verse 2.
Verse number 2. Preach the word.
Preach the what?
Preach the word.
Keep reading.
Be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering. Verse number 6. For I am now ready to be offered.
What the Lord say?
For I am now ready to be offered.
For I'm not what?
For I am now ready to be offered.
Keep reading.
In the time of my departure is at hand.
Right?
I have fought a good fight.
What the Lord say?
I have fought a good fight.
What the Lord say?
I have fought a good fight.
What the Lord say?
I have fought a good fight.
Keep reading.
I have finished my course.
I have what?
I have finished my course.
I finished my course, man. I went to Athens. I went to Corinth. I went to Philippi. I went to Rome. I went to Italy. I went to these different places. I finished my course.
That's right. I have kept the faith.
I have what?
I have kept the faith.
I failed.
I have kept the faith.
Back in the world.
I have kept the faith.
Yes, no naked.
I have kept the faith.
Demons.
I have kept the faith.
Students.
I have kept the faith.
Right?
Verse 8. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness.
What the Lord say?
There is laid up for me a crown of
A
righteousness.
crown of righteousness. Keep reading.
Which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day.
Right?
And not to me only.
Right? And what?
And not to me only.
For what?
But unto all them that love his appearing.
Right, now what did Paul say in the next verse?
Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me.
What the Lord say?
Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me.
Preach the word.
Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me.
Exhort with all long suffering.
Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me.
Keep the faith.
Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me.
Right?
For demons have forsaken me.
For what?
For demons have forsaken me.
For demons have forsaken me, man. So we don't want to be demons, man. We got to follow things in 2 Timothy chapter 4 and 2 on down. Give me the 2 Chronicles 15 and verse 3.
2 Chronicles chapter 15.
Right?
Verse 33.
Get out! It's like 2 Chronicles 15 and 3.
15 and 3. And it reads, Now for a long season,
right,
Israel hath been without the true God.
Without the what?
Without the true God.
Without the what?
Without the true God.
Keep reading.
And without a teaching priest.
And without a what?
Without a teaching priest.
What are we?
Without a teaching priest.
So we got to be the priest up here, man. We got to go into 1 Peter, right? Chapter 2 and verse 9. We got to go into Numbers, chapter 8 and verse 18. And 8 and 14. Keep reading.
And without law.
Right?
But when they in their trouble did turn unto the Lord Yahweh, turn unto the Lord Yahweh.
So we got to turn unto the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Keep reading.
Of Israel.
Right?
And sought him. He was found of them.
What the Lord say?
He was found of them.
Read the next verse.
And in those times there was no peace to him that went out, nor to him that came in.
Right.
But the great vexations were upon all the habitations of the country.
So they was getting judged. The nations gonna get judged. The nations gonna get punished when we turn back to the Lord. Right? Keep reading.
And nation was destroyed of nation.
And what?
And nation was destroyed of nation.
So we want these nations to be destroyed. We gotta follow the Lord. We gotta follow the priests. We gotta follow the prophets, the saints. Keep reading.
And city of city. God did vex them with all adversity.
And what?
And God did vex them with all adversity.
And there's more on that. Keep reading, man.
Verse 7. Be ye strong, therefore.
What the Lord say?
Be ye strong, therefore.
Be weak.
Be ye strong, therefore.
Fall away.
Be ye strong, therefore.
Why?
And let not your hands be weak.
What the Lord say?
And let not your hands be weak.
What the Lord say?
And let not your hands be weak.
Why?
For your work shall be rewarded.
What the Lord say?
For your work shall be
What
rewarded.
the Lord say?
For your work shall be rewarded.
Your work is gonna be rewarded.
Right.
Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 6.
Right.
First Maccabees chapter 9 and verse 10.
It's the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 13 and verse number 6.
Right? Bring it out. Hold it. First Maccabees 9 and 10.
First Maccabees chapter 9 and verse 10, and it reads.
Bring it out.
Then Judah said, God forbid.
What the Lord say?
God forbid.
No, run away.
God forbid that I should do this thing.
Right?
And flee away from them.
And what?
And flee away from them.
What the Lord say?
And flee away from them.
Right?
If our time be come.
What the Lord say?
If our time be come.
Now run away.
If our time be come.
I'm scared.
If our time be come.
Persecution.
If our time be come.
What did he say?
Let us die manfully.
What the Lord say?
Let us die manfully.
What the Lord say?
And let us die manfully for our brethren, and let not us stain our honor.
So we cannot stain our honor.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 6.
Right.
Doubtless I will avenge my nation.
What the Lord say?
Doubtless I will avenge my nation.
Oh, I'm scared.
Doubtless I will avenge my
I
nation.
can't preach.
Doubtless I will avenge my
I
nation.
don't remember.
Doubtless I will avenge my
I
nation.
don't study.
Doubtless I will avenge my
There's
nation.
something to see.
Doubtless I will avenge my nation.
Persecution.
Doubtless I will avenge my nation.
What the Lord say?
In the sanctuary. And our wives. And our wives. And our children. And our children. For all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice. Now as soon as the people heard these words, their spirit revived. Their spirit revived. Their spirit revived. Their spirit revived.
And with that,
Right.
Kwame Hassan.
Kwame Hassan.
Kwame Hassan.
Kwame Hassan.